I'm was just what you call it, sending out the twitters and all the promotion.
Send
So
them tutors.
join us.
Tutors.
Gotta get them twoots.
How's all of everybody?
I'm a person. I exist.
A person?
State of existence.
It is good being a person.
Yeah. That is pretty good. I'll agree.
Person.
Concur. Yeah. And those are really nice. Look, we've got our names and everything.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, tell me what you guys think about it. How does it look?
I can't see it, but I will say it's great.
Thank you.
Shoot my phone is what I need to do.
Thank you. That makes me feel good hearing you say that, Saint. I'm glad you like it.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, wait.
I mean, outro. What do you think too? I'm asking everybody. Give constructive criticism. Is there anything else? Like, I only have the 3 things floating. Also, Rhys, when you take a look, I hope you appreciate what I put down for face.
I like it.
Oh,
You did there.
Yeah.
Ooh, and they transitioned
Really
over.
nice.
Nice.
I like the transition. That's good. I like we have little symbols by each of our names from the background.
I do like that we have the dice roll in the middle too. That'll be really helpful.
Definitely. The only other thing I could suggest possibly would be pronouns for the characters.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I can add that
that'd
in.
be probably helpful.
No, that's important too, because there are some that are crucial there. Yeah, I'll add that in, and that'll be up next week for sure.
Awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool.
Look at that. Look
Other
at
than that,
There wasn't enough room for the full names, but I can fit the pronouns in there.
We're so fancy, folks.
yeah,
Ireland.
of course we're fancy.
We're so fancy.
That's the name of this episode.
That was exactly the thing I was going for. Thanks, everyone.
We're so fancy.
Well, considering how much your character has avoided being fancy at any cost.
No, I've bought the fancy lab coats. I have the lab coats.
Not you.
Yeah, not you.
Oh, gotcha.
I was specifically referring to Flash Bulb.
Yeah, flashbulb, not flashbang.
I did it.
Yay!
I did it. And like every opportunity that you've had to like dress up and go to the fancy bar.
Nope.
Dress up and go to the mediocre dinner place.
Yeah.
It's like no.
I'm a pilot. I got a brand to keep.
All right.
Face dressed up to go in the sewer. So.
Yeah, we're very different people. We're opposite sides of the coin, so to
Very
speak.
true.
I
But
appreciate
we
that greatly.
could have the villain that is your personal villain who just goes, "We're not so different, you and I."
Yeah. And then-
No, obviously, like your nemesis is another pilot, except she dresses better than you.
Oh, snap.
I'm almost 100% sure that Choss does in fact dress better than me being a professional racer. But sure, yeah.
I mean, just like, and every single aspect.
Look, I have better hair than her, but she dresses better. So.
You got some pretty great hair.
Mhm.
It's true.
Yeah, she's constantly got a case of helmet hair. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's true. See, she just shouldn't wear a helmet. She's like, I don't know what she races, but maybe she shouldn't wear a helmet.
Whenever she races, it's
a bowl cut.
really required to wear a helmet.
Yeah, she does something that's on a planet probably.
Yeah.
Because open cockpit stuff doesn't exactly work in space.
Let's just go ahead and establish it right now. All of the racing that is done is just like the anime Red Line. There are magical girls. There are just full-on open warfare while racing, bioweapons. It's all there. And
I mean,
pompadours for days.
That or Speed Racer, because
Oh,
like
definitely.
that also works.
Yeah, definitely Speed Racer. I mean, but Redline is basically just Speed.
Oh, Redline is basically Speed Racer. It's true. I haven't watched Redline in a hot minute, but that's a good one.
Yeah, Shay and I watched that a while ago for date night, and that was a fun one because I hadn't seen it. And then we had somebody pop in on the like server chat, and they were like, "Hey, I'm gonna start talking to you about everything." And it's like we're kind of watching a movie. They're like, "That's cool. I can't wait to play games. Games are fun." It's like, cool. Please leave.
I can't wait to play games. I'm just gonna close the chat.
Yeah, it's like, please leave. Yeah, we've since made a private locked chat for that.
It's probably
now.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh well, that guy's fun though. He's going to it's not one of those where it's like, oh, this guy's so annoying, but it was just one of those. It was like, read the room, man. But he's gonna be in the Sunday game, so.
He's Band of Bladesing.
Yeah, he's Band of Bladesing.
Prepared for that even in the slightest.
That's okay. I'm not either. I'm gonna spend tomorrow getting that together.
Nice.
Because
Yeah, like-
procrastination.
I am a little sad that I'm busy on Sundays because I love me some Band of Blades.
I want to play Band of Blades, but I'm doing Shadow the Beanstalk stuff, so I can't.
I'm jealous of that too, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
That one's a weird one of I.
'Cause
There's like 10 bands of bleeding.
Damn it! It's too early for that.
Soon though. Soon.
Never
We're
too
getting
early.
there.
Always too early.
Oh, I'm
just
so
looking
glad
for
I'm
all
working at a
Death
place
License.
that doesn't have Christmas music.
Doesn't have Christmas music.
Oh no, they won't play Christmas music in an airport. That would offend so many people.
It's
I'm
true
offended. The people are offended.
I mean, that's your American right.
that you're allowed. Yeah, it depends on how you
It's not a
express
good
that.
look.
Yeah, it entirely depends on how you express it. But like
Hmm.
you're allowed. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You're loud. We're not going to stop you. We might
Right.
tease you about it, but we're not
Kelsa.
just stopping.
Offends me too.
Obviously, what now has to happen is that every single one of our roles has to be desperate. We're playing for
Playing for keeps now,
XP
boys.
only.
Request from kiddos.
Keeps. All my desperate resolve rolls because I only have one dot in any resolve skill, and it's a town.
That worked out for Outro and I in the first game. We got like mad experience because we were.
Yo,
really
I am-
Just
I am
attune
one
to
experience
everything.
away
It's
from
fine.
leveling up my resolve.
Congrats! I leveled up my what was it? My insight like 2 sessions ago. So.
Well, you know
Like-
how to play the game. I was just being a
Lots of experience.
You played Blades before. You know how to play this game.
Back in
I'm
this-
the only one who gets that
Yeah.
excuse.
It was like 3 years ago, and I played 5 sessions of it.
5's a lot.
That's 5 more than I got.
Yeah,
Five certain more than this. I've never played this before, so.
yeah. Only 5 sessions.
Only
That's a
5.
lot. That's more than most campaigns that I've played in. Most campaigns that I've played go like 2 or 3 sessions and then they end.
Wow,
So
that's a shame, dude.
That is a shame.
welcome
That's
to
fine.
me
That's-
never having
that's like-
long-term games.
That's like starting any RPG in my experience. So like things
Yep.
never stick.
Let's
in a consistent
let's
world.
buck that trend.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing. I mean I've had much more consistent games now because doing it
Yeah,
online.
totally finished that mask game. Woo.
We did. Hell yeah! I finished that Masks game. I finished a Masks game before it. I still have my Stars Not Number game going. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
good stuff.
That reminds me. Speaking of Stars Without Numbers, there was one of the YouTube guys I follow, Seth Skorkowski, was reviewing the Traveler player box, and he was like, and unfortunately, this isn't one of those where you can die in character creation anymore. And it's like, I'm done. It's like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
That was only the first one. That was the one from the 70s.
Yeah, I was like, nope, I can't play this anymore.
The least mechanic I've ever heard of, though, because I would literally be like, okay, I'm making the same character rolling again.
The
like,
reason,
literally, this is my same sheet.
no, the reason that exists. The reason that exists is because the original Traveler was a game that you could play by yourself, which is why your character could die in character creation. It's a game you could play without a GM.
I feel like it's just an excuse for people like me who love creating characters So like you create a character and you're like, well, fuck, I died, so let's just make another one.
I mean,
Just
that's
make
that
another
whole
one.
thing. Like, that's what happens like with some solo games. As someone who's playing Ironsworn right now on stream, like I can tell you, it's an interesting one. Being like, all right, I'm playing by myself with no GM. What happens here? So
I swear, for Vampire, I would like make a character for every clan, and then 2 characters for every clan. It's just ridiculous.
That's
It's
too
up
much characters.
yeah, that's
I
too
love
many.
Vampire. The
Too many.
clans is just so much.
Oh, also, if anybody knows more games with life path systems, let me know, because I love me some life path systems.
I was about to say that if I'm ever sitting there with absolutely nothing to do, I am more likely than not going to burn a character. Like, just burn myself up, burning a character.
My
My friend's Malkavian character concept, right? So this Malkavian has thaumaturgy and is a professional ice skater. So she has Path of Frost, and she creates the frost like Iceman, and then ice skates on it.
Oh, she's a Disney character. Okay.
She is a Disney princess.
Oh no. My go-to,
The Frozen thing though.
if I'm really bored and I'm like, I'm in the mood to create a character, my go-to game, because randomly rolling characters is fun, is Spyhander. Because oh boy, can you get some very entertaining characters in Spyhander.
I mean, yes, you can. but
There was that
Lost-
really good Spyhander artwork earlier this week.
Every
too.
single part of making a main
Oh, that one's
character
good.
is random, and you can get a ton of really
I
Oh,
had
yeah,
a
that sounds fun.
strange
I don't know.
Character.
I'm in a Spyhander game. I have a Hedge Knight. She's great.
I love random character creation. Like any kind of table that you can roll for a character is just so much fun.
Right? They're awesome. They're wonderful.
It's like you get so many things that you would never like just think of to play yourself,
Mhm.
and it throws you outside your comfort zone. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was introduced today to a magical girl role-playing game called Magical Fury.
I-
Sure. Do you have that?
I almost bought it, but when I went back, it was sold out.
I
Okay.
was-
I was going to buy it at PAX Unplugged, but
I was introduced to it
20
on
pages
stream.
long.
Yeah, it's 30-something pages long, but it is great. I was talking to somebody who's making a magical girl game right now, and they were like, "Oh yeah, there's like this game," because the only one I think of, the 2 I thought of, because I didn't know this one existed, was Girl by Moonlight, which isn't out yet, and then Princess the Hopeful, which I low-key forgot about and then was reminded. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a game that exists."
I
That's a
just
thing.
want to play the maid RPG and have my senpai notice me.
Retail Magic, it's better. Same system, same translator. Actually, Magical Fury is also made by the person who translated Made RPG in English.
Interesting.
Aaron Clooney, which I learned that's how you pronounce his first name, because it's spelled E-W-E-N. So, fun fact.
So the W is pronounced like an R?
Yeah, apparently.
I wonder if that's like a Gaelic spelling.
It's either Gaelic or Gaelic. I didn't know which. I was like, having lived in Ireland, I can assume it is either Gaelic or Gaelic.
Because
Wait, hold on. What's the difference between Gaelic and Gaelic?
Gaelic is Scottish, Gaelic is Irish.
Okay. I've never heard
Interesting.
Gaelic before, so I just was like, wait.
Yeah, Vegeta uses it all the time for his Gallic gun blast.
Oh yeah, besides Gaelic gun. So really he just fires kilts at people?
Yes, yes. Hi, laddie.
Niality. Freedom.
Freza!
That's what Freza.
I'm the Prince of all Saiyans.
There's just lots of R
Mama,
words.
you can have my baby, but you can't take my freedom.
Oh no. That's why his armor is blue.
Anyway, let's
think
just come things.
it's time to actually play a game.
Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna just timestamp when our banter ends then. Okay.
Smart plan.
Apologies, everybody. who
No,
came
we
here to
always
watch
have
us.
starting banter. This is fine.
It's important. It's a part of the mystique.
It's true.
Like stretching.
So last episode, you finally dropped off the package from the first episode and got paid fairly well. You paid the maintenance on your ship, the packet loss, and we are going into downtime. There's no random events, but there is definitely a non-random event that's gonna happen. I'm gonna throw that in there, depending on how this downtime goes. So, does anyone? What?
I said, sounds like fun.
Yes.
I know one of the things I'm gonna do, and it's called indulging my vice.
Yes. Let's indulge your vice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do
Really?
the thing.
We're still on Nightfall, right?
Yeah, we
Yes.
hadn't left.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go and find Flashbulb goes and finds another. It's not really safe house. I gotta come up with a name for like the what the people the Ashtari call their like holy places basically. Their prayer houses or whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
My initial idea is bad, so don't let
Okay.
me.
what is your idea? Now I'm curious.
Yes, now we must do it.
Pillow rooms, because you can have visions.
To be fair, that is literally what they are. But I think there's more like what the actual like.
Right, but the
Usually
specific
their house is a
building
bigger
that they
thing.
exist in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Go
Good
down
question.
to pillow rooms.
yeah, it's more like it'd be like because it's like usually there's something short. It's like because like
Can call it
in
a
real-
pillow
We're gonna have a
trove.
pillow
like
room
church
on
temple like, but this is a cult as well, so you could be exotic and it's space. So let's do it. I'll figure it out after I indulge my vice to see what happens because I mean nothing's gonna go wrong because I have 6 stress. So we'll indulge
Yeah,
my
nothing
vice.
can go wrong. You have 6 stress. That's perfect. Or perfect.
Yeah, it's
I
exactly
just
what you
called
needed.
it. It's fine. It's perfect. All right.
There goes all my stress. All of my stress is gone. So yeah, she goes to the cause the general like holy people are called heralds. I know that. So, it'd be like the repository probably or something like that. Yeah, repositories. would be the-
Repositories.
Yeah.
I think that makes actually a lot of sense because they probably have like since what you do to induce these visions is inhale the gas.
Mhm.
They probably have like storage rooms of them in a
Yeah.
repository, and so
Exactly. So yeah,
I'm feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah, repository. So yeah, Flashbulb goes to one. I imagine Nightfall has several repositories because it's kind of a big, like,
Yeah.
well-populated planet.
I would definitely think so.
So she goes to one of them that's like, it's probably because Nightfall is a cultural center. It's like in the back of a nightclub. So you can go do the nightclub stuff, but you can also go and worship. You can go talk to your ancestors.
And by
Yeah.
worship, you mean huff some space gas.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. That's how you worship in the Ashtari cult. It's great. See? Yeah, so
That's
she
how
goes.
you get your religion on.
Yeah, I still don't think I probably should figure out where my purveyor is from because Krytus I don't think is from Nightfall. I think Krytus is from one of the other systems, and I didn't figure that out earlier. But
Are
yeah.
they actually back in Rin where the cloud is, or are they your contact somewhere?
I think they're probably back. They're probably back in Ren. That would make sense. Yeah, because they kind of like introduced me to. They introduced Flashbulb to it. So yeah. So yeah, she's
Okay.
there. She huffs that Ashtari gas, and I don't know who she's speaking to. Because I don't remember who she was speaking. Because the thing is like it's a weird thing for her because like technically her progenitor is like her ancestor, and that's a thing. But like it could also technically be all the clone lines before her.
Right.
Could
You
be
go
the
in-
people.
You go into the
And it-
avatar state.
And it could be like whomever the original clone genes were taken from.
Yeah.
And then it could follow that lineup, or maybe it can't.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I bet every single time she's done this though, it's been she's talking to another version of somebody who looks like herself,
Yeah.
which is probably a very strange experience. But hey, she's used to it. She's a clone. That's what it does. So yeah.
Talk into a mirror and save yourself money.
My
on the
question, and you don't need to answer it right now, but consider it. Is it the same person who looks like yourself that you're talking to each time?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's different like iterations of the same person basically, because
Okay.
it's the different clone lines.
Nice.
Fun.
Nice.
But she hasn't ever. I don't think she's ever talked to like the progenitor, like the original, like either the original clone or the person it's based off of. I don't think she's ever done that. But there will be a time. There will be a time when she does. when
One
it
day,
happens.
it's coming.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Other people who wants to do things, maybe indulge some more vices, maybe get some projects started.
So this is a touristy spot for Xenos. Then, yeah, it'd be
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
hard to find them.
For sure.
I gained a lot of stress during that. Well, my thing's freaking out. Sorry, ignore that. I did gain a lot of stress during that. I might need to indulge too.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think she'll probably go indulge her vice and then work on. Are we only getting one, or we have two?
No, you have two.
Okay. And then I would probably do some more work on the project because I'm sure even here in Nightfall, I could find at least parts to start assembling something. Because I had been thinking over various schematic ideas for what the Urbot would end up being in, and trying to decide whether I wanted to have like a humanoid body, if I want to just give the AI sentience to my drone, or do I want something cool like an octopus kind of.
So that sounds like you're getting an early start on your second project, which is going to be to build the body that you put the core into.
Do I need to do them one at a time, or
No, you don't. We can
Okay.
start a new clock. And what I'm saying is this
Gotcha.
would not count towards locate AI core.
Yeah. I figured I've got my guy working on that, so I don't need to also check here too. I'll see where his lead goes with that, and then I can start on the body.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I want to go find a tourist at one of the bars and relieve some stress, and then start looking up the body parts or various options for building a framework for it.
So let's start with your vice roll.
Alrighty. Tell me about these aliens.
Tell you about these aliens.
Mhm.
I mean, what's your pleasure?
Well, I don't know. It could be anything. You said this one was predominantly human, so what would be around here? Thinking,
There's probably like one or two memish like mermaids that have managed to make it out this far, stowed away on other people's ships and stuff like that, and have found their way here. There's probably a couple of less humanoid shaped aliens that have just they're kind of like they're doing like a walkabout tour just of the entire galaxy, and right now they're gonna chill in Nightfall for like a year or two, and then they're gonna move on to the next system.
all about alien Rumspringer. So let's do those guys.
Yeah, all right.
Let's indulge that vice. No bonus die.
No.
All right.
Glad we're doing Alien Euro Trip right now. Like,
You know what? It's fine because I knocked out all my stress too. High five.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and you didn't overindulge or anything.
Nope. She will be
Very
walking
nice.
look at
just
us.
fine
We're
after.
2 for 2 on good advice indulgences.
Yeah.
All right. So what about how is Glitch going around looking for parts? Like, are you just picking up parts at like the used robot shop? Are you shopping around trying to find something specific?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll for this because I hadn't decided, but I think she might have a better idea of what she wants. So let's see. Okay. She's gonna look for a more humanoid frame. So probably just like a used robot shop.
Okay. Sounds pretty straightforward. I mean, we do need to make a roll here, so it's up to you, like how how do you feel like you're putting this together? Are you just going out, spending some money, and then rigging it yourself, or are you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would
So
probably be that I built my own computer person, but in the case of a robot, so I would find the good parts and.
it sounds to me then like you would want to just roll rig here. I don't think buying the parts from what you're describing would be difficult.
Okay.
You can find
Do I burn any credits for
part
that?
shop easily enough.
Do I burn credits for that?
No.
Okay.
Not in, if you want to do it again here right now during this downtime, then yes.
Okay. What kind of input value would it be?
Your rig value, which is 2.
No. It's asking risky, control, desperate.
Oh, it's a fortune roll. So.
Oh, fortune. Okay. Yeah.
There's no
change that up. I was rolling straight rig. Let me do fortune. Hold on.
Right, because there's really no risk here. Like the robot body is not far enough along that it's going to
activate and kill us all.
Yeah, activate and kill you all. Or not like I'm planning anything like that. What are you talking about?
What? No. Okay.
Oh no, that's not good.
So that's one tick on your new clock of get robot body.
Get robot bod.
Get robot.
Well, it just says get a body, but you know.
Yeah, no. Hey, wait, hold on. Face had one of those lying around.
Yeah, use some.
Different. Yeah.
We used it to clog a sewer. It's fine.
Still be beyond me.
It was a good idea that ended up not being so good as things as.
It was never a good idea, but sure.
Hey, maybe that person had family.
Yeah, well, they could have picked the body up from the precinct or whatever.
Or whatever.
I don't know. Or it was House Malcolite. That was.
I am
Space-
happy that
Space
I finally
Plumber
got to
Guild.
fulfill my weekend at Bernie's dream.
Done it later.
All right. So do you want to spend more money to get more parts here in order to roll again? And
yes, I think so. That'll just cost 1. Yes.
That'll cost 1. That is you buying an extra downtime action.
Sure, I'll do so. I don't mind pushing that along, pooping that along. There we go, Brian. Good job. All right,
Yep.
Roll it again. 2 die. All right. Hey.
There you go. That's 2 more. Awesome. All right. Triage face, do you got some ideas as what you want for?
I know pretty much exactly what I want to do.
Oh yeah?
First then.
I want to train Resolve.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly how I'll do that. Isn't there a Resolve interface on the ship that makes it so I get 2 instead of 1?
That we have insight, not
We have
resolve.
Oh, we have insight. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh no, maybe I like establish a network with Lotus after I got her to make that shawl for me. And that's like me, because I'm putting the point in consort anyway. So maybe that's how I am spending my time training my Resolve.
Okay.
And my second thing, I wanted to acquire an asset and speak with Jakev, who is on Nightfall, and see if he has a side quest for us.
So that wouldn't really be like a side quest is not really an asset that you would be acquiring. Jakov is a drug dealer, so if you wanted to go pick up some drugs, like if you wanted to go to him, give him money to buy drugs, take it to another place, and then find someone else to offload it to, that would be an asset of these drugs. If you want to go and get a side quest from him where he hands you some drugs and tells you who to give it to, then that would be your score and not an asset.
Would you guys be okay with dealing some drugs? And also, would there be a difference in reward?
If you are, if you do the job for him, then
What's a cut? If I buy the drugs flat out, I get the full profit.
basically, yes. Essentially, if you do the drop, you get paid a certain amount. If you buy the drugs from him, there's an initial investment, but the payout will be better at the end, assuming you can find a willing buyer, which is also more difficult and dangerous.
Yes, and I would probably know this. Hey, crew, how do you feel about selling drugs?
I'm trying to help you out. but
Well, when
gotta
you
wait
put it
till
like
it's-
that, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Couldn't you call it something more festive, like party favors?
We can distribute party favors across the galaxy.
We are a smuggling ship
If we're
after
calling
all.
them party favors, they need to be in like those pop things, but it just like sprays with whatever drug it is.
Oh yes, and make them suppositories.
Yes, definitely suppository.
Then
You gotta rip the cord for it.
if you've got a buyer, if you got a buyer and you're not going to dip into the supply or anything, sure, whatever. I'm just gonna be flying it there, and we're gonna make sure that the freaking cops don't come after us. So as long as you keep low and don't go around saying, "Hey, we're drug dealers," we should be fine.
We're party
any
favor
of you-
dealers. We just
Do
talked about
any of
this.
you know anybody who would buy said drugs? And also, out of character, the reason why I've been laughing very quietly here is after Rindis' statement there, I've just been thinking of drug-laced Benoit balls.
Oh god.
The answer to the in-character question is no.
No, I don't know
The out of character thing, that's hilarious.
It just was like, oh god, it's a suppository, and you got to pull the cord. It's Benoit drugs.
Chat, I think is getting ahead of where we're getting. So thanks, chat.
I'm sure I know someone.
Thank you, Fuffle.
But yeah, for basically
Especially for the suppository.
Flashbulb's thing is just like, hey, as long as you have a buyer for it, and like we're not just flying around space with a bunch of drugs, that's great.
Just pull up next to another spaceship and like roll down the window and like, hey, you guys want some drugs?
Hey, you guys want some drugs? we're a white van now, like.
I just want to go spend my cred on the drugs and then plant them in Chad's car.
All right, but yeah.
So I don't think because I just now got Consort 1, I don't know if I have anybody who would be in an area that the price of said drug would fluctuate. I don't know the economics of this space drug, so I'm going to say never mind, and I'm going to roll a stress thingy.
A stress thingy?
Yeah, I'm indulging my vice.
Indulging your vice.
Oh no, I'm going to steal caution tape for a few minutes and start running some theoretical physics by the robot.
Stop stealing my robot.
They know
Tasha's
math.
just fascinated by these things, you know?
Just really piling up that malpractice too.
Wow, perfect
Nice.
indulgence again.
All
We're in
perfect
on it.
indulgence. Amazing. Clear all of your stress and take no penalties.
Yes.
Does anyone else have Consort?
Hey, you know
I
what?
know.
You know how you can find that out? If
Rolling
you
it.
move over to this page here,
We check out the
Uh,
player tab.
Face does.
if you move the stream bot over there, you can
God.
see.
Oh god, where is it? It's zoomed out so far.
Face does. It's almost like Face is really good at it because Face is a speaker.
Face shows up.
Okay.
Guys want to buy some drugs?
I also get a contact on every planet that we go to. I'm sure this contact.
Ever had drugs from a noble before?
He's
Yeah,
also
noble
got some buku points and sway too, so he could really convince those kids to buy the drugs.
Yeah, based on our upgrade after last, I actually roll 4 dice for sway now.
Nice.
Wow.
Get them pips. Character
Here's
pips.
the thing though. You are a noble, and you know noble parties. They're all about those drugs.
That's true.
Ain't no party like a noble party.
So we need to
Exactly.
crash a space yacht and really push that galactic molly.
Yeah, and it's gonna be very awkward when Flashbulb shows up there in a flight suit. But
One day we're gonna need to have the Face Takes Flashbulb shopping.
Oh hell yes! I would not let flashbulbs
Montage.
That would not happen.
I mean, here's the thing.
You're
There
not going
is,
to a party with my friends dressed like that.
here's the thing. There is
totally be
there
like,
is a
bitch,
reason-
I can't.
Nah, there's a
We're
reason
going
to
the
do it.
store.
It's the deep undercover thing where you have like the driver for the noble.
Right.
And they wouldn't be dressed fancy. They'd be dressed like a driver or like a pilot or whatever.
And
See?
then you go and hang out with the other pilots
Yep.
in the kitchen, and you get
Yeah.
all the dirt.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. See?
Sweet gossip. I understand
And
how
thi-
this works.
And
You
this
pick up what I'm putting
episode
down.
of Scum and Villainy, wherever it lies in the future, is going to be when Face does the thing that James Bond does in Casino Royale, where he gets poisoned, and then sneaks out to his car, and then passes out right before he gets the syringe with the antidote.
Oh, he's defibrillating himself? Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like Face, honestly.
I also I know my second. down-
Yeah. What's your second thing?
I wrote down a thing last time, which I think I'm actually going to pursue, and that's to acquire a personal grav cycle.
Oh,
But
right.
you ride the bicycle.
I want a souped-up grav cycle. So,
Okay.
so I think the first part is to get said grav cycle, then to modify said grav cycle.
I hope your first modifications are a handbell and a basket.
Grav cycle, as in motorcycle, not bicycle.
He knows full well what he did.
I know what I'm doing as somebody who knows a lot of cyclists. So I'm getting a motorcycle. Look, I'm a pilot. I gotta have that fast
Gotta
stuff.
go fast. I understand.
Gotta go
Gotta go
fast.
fast.
Adrenaline junkie.
Okay, so I mean, since you're planning on modifying it anyway, I figure it wouldn't be too terribly hard for you to find a used bike on the cheap.
Yeah.
What do you want the grav bike to like? What's the end goal with this bike, so we can put a clock for how to get there?
End goal is for it to be very fast. Probably to be like race worthy in the end. That's
Mhm.
probably where we're going with like
I think I know where you're going with this.
rugged racing bike is basically what we're going for.
You're going to race for pinks with your rival, aren't you?
I see this. I
Maybe.
see
Race
this
for those
happening
pink
in the future.
slips.
Maybe. But yeah, basically like big old racing bike. Like it can be used for other things, but like it's there to be, it's gonna be the ground equivalent of the packet loss for me at least.
Yeah, so I think 8 ticks is pretty reasonable here.
Okay, cool.
Your first step is probably to so like okay, you tell me what your first step is. Like where are you going, because we can determine what your
I had a few different thoughts because there's the easiest one, which is just like buy it from a used bike shop, basically.
right.
Second one is steal it. Third one is like go to a scrapyard and find a bunch of bike parts and make a bike. But I think I'm gonna go for, because obviously gotta go for that adrenaline junkie in all things. Steal it. Steal a bike from somebody.
I love it. Fantastic.
We're on Nightfall too, so there's got to be somebody with like some really nice like
What
high-end
happens
sports
when you
bike
run
or
into,
something.
like future
So-
Batman?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal the bat cycle.
So this is not going to be a fortune roll.
No.
No.
I think it's probably risky.
Okay.
I think you can do a risky helm here to get some ticks on this clock to have acquired the base of your cycle.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do. Should I spend stress now before we even start our mission?
I recommend it.
All right, I'm gonna do Leaf on the Wind. I'm gonna push myself for +1 effect and +1 dice. Spend 3 to get great effects.
Let's see this
All right,
failure.
you're at risky great now because
You'll be
of your
fine.
dice.
Because I'm a leaf
Or,
on the wind.
Yeah, because you're a leaf on the wind.
Oh my god, I needed the extra dice.
All right. So the 5 becomes a 6. You get 3 ticks out of your 8 clock to make this sweet, sweet grab bike. So
Excellent.
I'm picturing you like coming back to the packet loss on this motorcycle, and everybody's like, "When did you buy a motorcycle?" And you just don't say anything. You're like,
Just don't say anything. Just
No.
walk.
Instead of seeing him like rolling up, we see him in the cargo hold filing off the serial number.
down there, just like filing off the serial number. Perfect. I love it. Okay.
I got she got caution tape to help her with it.
Yes.
Because caution tape's not going to question. And even if caution tape does, she's just like, look, this happens. You know this.
Yep. This is just kind of how I roll sometimes. Don't worry about it.
This is how I roll. This is a flashbulb. This is how I roll.
Did not think we were on the other side of the law, did you? Because that's a very big misconception.
Yep.
No, caution tape is there for you in your hour of need. Make sure that you're not going to get arrested, because they would be kind of upset if that happened. So.
Oh, they care.
I do. All right.
Caution tape arrested, they make the best cup of coffee. I will be
right. That's very important. Don't let them get arrested because they make the best coffee.
Yeah.
And also, the first thing that would happen would their AI code be erased, and that would be a very sad day.
And then everyone would lose their coffee.
I know. Well, okay, maybe not the first thing, but you would have a very small window in which to rescue him before that happened.
Yeah.
It's like we break in a rescue coffee tape and just leave flashbulb.
Wow. Wow. How dare.
Coffee maker.
Find small Urbot is in my items list. Thank you very much.
I don't think they leave her behind. It's fine. How about you, Face? What are your plans for this downtime right now?
So I do have some pretty solid plans. I was going to use my extra action to lay low.
Okay.
So I am going to consort with some friends on the diplomatic end and cause them to lose some vital information from our ship because we were being tracked.
Tell the cops it was my friends who were dancing on the Olive Garden's bar.
Okay. So that sounds like you're consorting in order to lose some heat. This will lose your heat from Rin, because that's the system that you have heat in that is not where you currently are, because you can't lose heat in the system where you are.
Yes.
Fair. Good point.
Roll some dice.
All right. So is this risky, controlled, or desperate? I assume it's controlled. It'd be risky because maybe they let out more information. I don't know. It's up to you.
I think it's pretty controlled. Like unless you really fuck up, it's nothing but good stuff.
Okay. Effect is standard.
Yes.
Now, does the bonus that we got from the ship, does that give me a bonus for just way, or does that work for consort? I don't remember what bonus we got last time.
For what did we got? What was it? The getaway?
Getaway, yeah.
The getaway is for scramble or helm. It has nothing. Are you asking about just passing through? Just
passing through doesn't give you any bonus dice. It means that you take 1 less heat per time you would normally take heat. And while your heat is 4 or less, you get a bonus to deceive people to say that you're just ordinary citizens, which is what we forgot last time when y'all were in the bar.
Yeah.
Because you should have had a bonus dice there, but.
Gotcha. Okay. So I remember something about a bonus dice for sway, so that must have been what it was. Okay, so I'll just roll a 2.
Okay, so with a 5, that's 2 off of your heat. Your heat is down to 1 in Rin. That's pretty good.
You roll so many dice.
Yeah.
Actually, a question for Bestial in that grab cycle. Should I have had potency because I was scramble or helming to avoid capture or run a blockade? It's a stretch. Big stretch. It's a big old stretch, but you know.
I think that is a bit of a stretch.
And it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
it would only if I had actually gotten in trouble and being chased by the cops or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Like they weren't actually after you per se.
Not yet.
you managed to not draw attention to yourself in order to have to do that in the first
Yeah.
place.
Cool.
So now with my, sorry, go ahead.
No, go. Oh, do it.
With my other 2 downtime actions, I'm going to spend them on training. So I am basically talking everybody up around me. I am hitting on everyone and trying very hard not to actually sleep with them.
But why?
Reminder for training: you can only train one given XP track once per downtime.
Yeah. So you can train your resolve, but then you also you could retrain your resolve and your insight, but not your resolve twice.
So it says I can train playbook advancement too. Can I do
Yes,
resolve
if you want to do playbook advancement as one of those, also yes. If you train insight, you get 2 dots or two ticks. Otherwise, you get 1.
So what does study do for us?
What does study do for you? If you want to pull up the dark web and run a comparison of prices of drugs being sold in different systems, and then come back with the location that you could best sell these drugs for the most money, that would be study.
Okay. I feel like that is a pretty face thing to do, so maybe I'll start putting some points of insight so I can get a dot in study. All right. So that's what I've been doing. I was cruising.
Okay.
Carousing, however you say that.
So that put your so you put it into insight?
Yes, I put 2 ticks in insight and then 1 tick in playbook advancement. So I'm only 1 away from actually getting
Nice.
A playbook advancement thing.
Nice.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
All right. So Triage, you have 1 more downtime action remaining. Do you know what you want to do with it? Outro.
I should only have 2, right?
You've only done 1 thing.
No, I did my voice and then I trained my resolve.
I didn't hear you say you were training your resolve.
I did.
Or-
I don't recall.
I
that
trained
either.
my resolve and
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
Now
you.
I have a tick in consort.
Oh, that's how you got that consort. Okay.
Okay. In that case, I need to update the sheet. See?
Shit.
That's why I need you to tell me these things.
I said it. It was when I was talking.
No, I just missed it. For some reason, I thought you decided against doing that. I don't know why I thought that. All right, and now your she is right too.
Cool.
So did you want to talk to your friend about getting a drug running job, or did you want to look into some other job opportunities?
I'll run some drugs if the party's down for it. Yeah.
I'm not
I
gonna
mean-
say no.
If Satani doesn't have anything for us, sure, whatever. Whatever gets us to keep our upkeep and allow me to, keep flying.
She
So-
usually
Keeps the
will
ship
reach out.
running.
She'll usually reach out to you if she has a specific job, and
Okay.
you just finished this job for her after it went a little sideways at first, so maybe a little bit of time before she's gonna call you guys back.
Oh yeah, totally.
You
So
could
the one thing I did want to say is I did want to go through that stuff we got off bot.
right.
Like that's very important.
Right. Thank you. I wrote down what that stuff was. Okay. So one of those things was a cred stick with enough credit on it to count as 1 cred mechanically.
Okay.
There is a USB drive with some information on it, which you would need to study to decide if it was something that you could sell, or something that if it's valuable information or if it's just bullshit. And also a lighter. And also the remnants of like an unfiltered cigarette that like had been shoved into the pocket and then like disintegrated So yeah, you found like some, maybe it's not tobacco, it's some other weird space drug, but something, some kind of drug that you smoke and
So
come in a.
Flashpoint gets the data drive, so she can look up what's on it. The doc gets the rest of the cigarette. Maybe she can find some information on who else was there or who was talking with this person. So that's where I'm going to go. So I'm going to head back to the ship and talk to the two of them.
Okay.
So is everybody on the ship at this point? On our downtime actions, right?
Yes, and Flashbulb would be messing around with her new bike, Grav Cycle.
And down in the hold, there's like a Grav Cycle, and like Flashbulb has it like suspended on chains, and yeah, like got it open in pieces.
Kasumi's there too. Like, what you got? Can I touch it? Can I fix it? Can I help make it overdrive? Can we make it go faster? How do you make it go faster? I want to take it apart and put it back together and then take it apart again.
You can help me do everything. Don't. I do not want to take it apart. That's too much.
That's how we learn.
A
how it
Flashbulb.
works.
This is something that I got off the body that we found on our mission 2 missions ago.
Oh, the one Warren?
Yes. I was wondering if you could take a look and see what kind of data is on it. I probably wouldn't plug it in here. God only knows if there's some kind of tracking program on it or something.
Fair.
But if you could take a look, you're much better at them than I am.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, and she takes the flash drive, just like goes looks at Kaj, James, just like, I need you to stay here and make sure that she doesn't do anything to the bike. Points at Kazumi.
I can look at the data. And she's
Flashbulb
very much
gives you the salute with one of its multiple appendages.
very, very deliberately coughing in your
caution tape is just like,
before you go, do you happen to know where triage is?
Inner lab. Just shrugs and walks off, just like, I don't know.
All right,
Best of luck finding her.
If I am going to be in my lab, like doing my vice thing, caution tape would be there. So I wouldn't be doing my vice thing. I'm probably like in my room trying to figure out how best to store my lab coats because I don't have enough closet space for them.
Walk in and there's like 40 lab coats and I'm just like, what is going on?
Are they just sprawled out like across all the different like flat area in the room, like on your bed and on a chair and on your desk?
They were probably fairly organized, but then I got frustrated and there's like, I kicked over a pile and they're kind of tumbled over and not.
So when I walk in, I'm like, triage, I have to ask, why do you have so many lab coats and why is not even one of them gold?
Why is not even one of them gold?
So I say, would I know your name? Would I call you Zane or are we like only on?
You'll probably just call me Face.
Okay. So
he's the face.
That's so impractical. It's not like I'm doctoring at some noble cushion court where they want you to look like a disco ball, space disco ball.
I mean, you never know when you'll have the opportunity.
I wouldn't refuse the opportunity. It's just I have my priorities. As you can see, I have one for all the situations.
Anyway, Doc, and he like hands you like a little pouch, like totally cuts her off. He like hands you because like she'll go on like this for hours, right? So like he just knows to like stop her.
Let me cut you off right there.
Like you can see his eyes start to glaze over, you know. But like he'll hand you like a little pouch. On the body in Diner and Warren, when we took the stuff out of the pockets, this cigarette or some kind of drug was found there. I was wondering if you could get some kind of like DNA or something off it. I don't know, just kind of like do what you do.
So Triage does the anime thing where she like pushes her glasses up and they go white across the glass. I'll figure this out for you, Face.
Awesome.
Like, look at it, and I would like to figure out what it is and see if I can do some type of DNA test.
Okay.
This will probably end up being a project though, because I feel like I need to do the DNA tests, and then I would need to find a database to run it against.
I mean, I don't think you have the equipment on the packet loss to do a thorough analysis of this.
I could probably extract stuff and maybe I definitely have a microscope at the very least. So
Well, you have probably have a medical scanner or something, right? That's like, is this a common drug? And it probably just detects it.
Mhm.
It's the space future,
It's not gonna track DNA though.
No.
Yeah, no, I figured that much. Like I could probably obtain DNA from it and then at a later time. That's why I said it would be a project.
Yeah.
Obtaining DNA from it without the proper equipment is going to be difficult, but it's possible. You can jury rig something.
Okay. Well, let's find out what it is first.
Sure. Yeah, you run it through like your little, is this a known drug scanner? And it comes back that it is actually literally tobacco. And that's not actually something that's very common. Except for maybe flashbulb.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Got all my cigars. That's right.
Flashbulb did it.
Yes,
I was there. I was
there
dead.
would be some saliva on it if it had actually been smoked, but capturing and saving that saliva with the standard.
Yeah, with it maintaining integrity enough for me to eventually actually get data off of it.
You could like preserve it, and so that you could get that off of it. But yeah, right now what you found out is this is actually tobacco.
Okay.
Which, there's so many other better space drugs out there that don't give you cancer, or at least as often, or as
As soon as I
different kinds of cancer.
As soon as I find out what it is, I throw it in the trash and then completely forget about it unless anybody else brings it up later.
Oh, I wouldn't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, Rhys is the only one who knows. So if Rhys brings it up later, then I'll be like, yeah, it was tobacco. I threw it away. Otherwise, I'm just not going to talk about it.
So helpful, Doc.
Was there anything on the saliva?
Subject of things to know, gathering information. We got that USB drive.
Yeah, you wanna see what you can find on it?
Yeah, I'd like to. That'd be nice. Yeah, let's find out. Let's figure it out. She's gonna plug it into a terminal on the ship, and then realize it's because I don't know what comes up when you put it in, open up the files, what's on it.
Okay. So yeah, it seems to have a bunch of different files.
Mm-hmm.
They're all organized into neat little folders and subfolders, but the folder names are written in common or English or space trade language that you understand easily.
Yeah.
But they don't seem to mean anything per se. Either they're code names or most likely they're code names, you figure. Right. Probably.
Are any of them password locked or anything? New folder 1.
Yeah, they're just new folder 1, new folder 2, just all of them.
Suddenly, Triage just runs onto the bridge seeing this and, throws the computer out the window. There's no organization.
Apparently, whoever had this USB drive values taxonomy. So, because if there's no, password lock or anything, Flashball would just be go through one of the one of the folders and see, what files are on it. Just be I don't know what the hell this is.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a password lock on, accessing the drive or accessing the any of the folders.
Mm-hmm.
But when the files don't appear to be they're not a standard file type. They don't appear to be a program. They don't appear to be a doc. They don't appear to be any file extension that you have seen. So you don't have what you would need to be able to read them.
Can I figure out what I would need?
Yeah.
Could I ask another crew member to figure out what I need? Because I think there's somebody who might be a little bit more in tune with
So
computers
Alex
and
wants to
stuff.
say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Also,
everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Also, I'm noticing something right now. I'm seeing everybody has 8 pips in their thingies, but I have 7. Am I supposed to be at 8?
I'm gonna be a
No.
captain.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, it's based on leveling and
You all started at 7.
Okay, so I'm
Each
not
of them-
behind then. I haven't increased anything. I split mine up. Okay, just wanted to make sure I wasn't behind. Okay.
Other people focused and have increased a dot.
Yeah.
By splitting up, you're probably going to get 2 dots more quickly than any of them are going to get their second dot.
yeah.
Well, I put one in playbook advancement, so yeah, I could have ticked one up last session. So okay, I just saw that and I was like, did I mess something up? No. Okay.
No, you did it
No,
right.
we're good. Okay.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, if you're gonna pass it along for me to look at, I'm actually just as good at you as you with hacking. But
I was more
I have the rig and stuff.
Combining efforts rather than us looking at it separately.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the specific tools and stuff too.
Yeah, you have the specific. That's why I was like, I'm gonna yank it, like take it out of the terminal and go over to Uglish, just be like, hey, looked at it at the terminal. I think maybe you're gonna be more attuned to this, so to speak. Here, just like gives it to you. Just like I don't know how else to put this here.
That's fine.
I do some computer stuff, but it's mostly ship related.
I'm gonna take out the fine hacking rig and I'm gonna call over my little drone, who we haven't given a name yet, and I'm going to call him Blip.
Blip?
Yes.
Cute.
Yeah. We're gonna name him Blip, and he's gonna come over and she's gonna take out the hacking rig and she's gonna do the typical 90s hacker thing where she takes out a keyboard and then she takes out a second keyboard and she drops down her goggles and Blip is actually working the second keyboard while she goes into work hacking.
We're all wearing trench coats.
Yeah, we all have trench coats and there are like patches ironed onto them.
I love it. I love it.
For some reason Angelina Jolie's there.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie is just there. Her hair is shaved.
Probably my fault. So you've got you got your hacking rig out and you start getting into this, and I think at the very least like how to get the program that would open this. Like you're like, the first step is you go and you like look at all these things and then you realize, oh, this is this obscure, database language or whatever, and you can download a probably illegal copy of that program or a knockoff that'll let you open the files.
And a little paper clip comes out and is like, let me help you with that.
Probably. So yeah, you want to maybe study together, like group action here, to see how much you can actually find out from all of this.
Teamwork.
I'm good with that. Yeah, teamwork. Let's do it. Okay. I literally got study last time, so this is gonna be good.
Perfect.
All right. It's a fortune roll, right? Because it's gather info.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 dice is what I have. And this is a study. I can spell study, I swear. 1. Nah, I got nothing. I don't know who's leading this either, but
I'm rolling it too.
I figured it was probably it really could go either way. It could be
it's Glitch, because Glitches has the hacking
over, but it could be Glitch because yeah.
Do I have any bonus dice for the rigs or anything?
No, but I think it gives you increased effect. Is it a fine hacking rig? Where's your character?
Yes, it is a fine hacking rig.
Okay, as a fine hacking rig, it is going to give you a plus to your effect. So whatever you roll on this, you'll get as if you rolled one success, like one tier of success higher. So even if you roll a 1, 2, or 3, that means that you at least get something as if you rolled a 4 or 5.
Okay.
You roll a 4 or 5, you get a full success. If you get a 6, then it's like you crit.
Here we go.
Do it. Oh, nice.
Okay, that's good.
That'll work.
So you're gonna take 1 stress because Flashbulb is hovering over you the entire time, being like, what did you find? What'd you find? What'd you find? And you're
Yeah,
like,
being like, hey, so what's that mean? Like, it's a thing of it's the thing you get when somebody like sort of understand what's going on, but not the full thing, and so they're like asking you questions that you really don't want to answer while you're working on it.
right.
Doing.
Okay, so what you have found here is a list of clients. It doesn't mention what they are clients for, but someone definitely be interested in this. You could sell it and lie as to what you think it's for, or you can try to figure out who that guy was that had it originally, or who his mystery boss was, and figure out from there what this list is about.
I mean, I feel like Satani may be a good first step in solving that mystery.
That was what I was gonna say as well. So I got goals. I got beliefs about that. So
yeah, you do. You sure do. Okay.
I just thought about how easy it would be to turn this game into Space Scooby-Doo.
Just
who's
I am
Fred in this
totally
situation?
Mr. Machine now.
I mean, face?
I guess. Yeah. Wait. Okay. It's the question because then it's down to like who drives the van.
I mean, of course it's Face. He would have a gold ascot.
Yeah, it's true.
Where's a gold ascot on the regular? I'm pretty
Exactly.
The other thing is in this analogy, Flashbulb is Shaggy.
Because caution tape is Scooby.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That makes sense.
Well. See, hold on. I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in that plan, and we're gonna say that Triage is actually Shaggy because they constantly steal caution tape, and they want us to sell drugs.
Fair.
I was thinking Velma, but
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Velma as well, but then so that means that Glitch is Daphne?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Glitch could be Daphne.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fred drives the van. That's what I was. That's
Fred drives the van. He does.
But in that would mean Flashbulb would have to be Fred. So.
Hey, I'm fine with Daphne. She's hot.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, there you go. You're pretty too. You could be.
Shaggy does drugs, not sell them.
You don't know what he does out the back of that van.
Chat, you understand. Chat, you understand. Yeah. Perfect.
See Face being Daphne. Okay.
Yeah, Face is definitely Daphne.
Sell the drugs. Velma is the one cooking if Breaking Bad taught us anything.
Why not both?
Okay.
Anyway. But yeah, Satani would be the person to ask about for this drive. This like client drive.
Definitely something you would want to ask in person in order to avoid the possibility of your conversation being overheard.
We would have to fly all the way back to Rin for that. So I think in the meantime, I think there's a scene where we go and get everybody back together in the galley. And,
Wait,
like
hold
we're
on.
talking about.
Are you saying we're going to use the ship view?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I see what you did there.
There we go.
Bam.
Boom.
Look at that. Yeah, and we're all like there talking about like what we found, and I think Flashbulb is not smoking, which is a rarity on the ship apparently.
Yep. We decided.
She's got her hands like on the table, like leaning forward. She's just like, so while we go and talk to Satani about this, I think in the meantime, since that's going to be down in Rin, we go and we do something on the way. God, what's the system between where we are and Rin?
Iota.
Iota, thank you. We go to something in Iota. Not sure what, but we do something in Iota. We
So I mean, Triage wanted to pick up some drugs. So if we pick up some drugs while we're here, I can find a contact in IOTA and we can drop them off there.
I mean, I think if that works, that seems like a good solution. Again, as long as we have a buyer for it, I'm fine with it. If we just have illicit substances on our ship with no one to sell them to, I am not for that.
I might be able to get into contact with some people who would want it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, all the time during downtime for guild work, we always partied. He just kind of looks sideways. I might be able to call my old manager and see if they want to buy.
I puts a hand up. I don't know about that, mostly because, you're trying to lay low
I'm
from
sorry,
the guild,
you don't
right?
know what?
Don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure I got buyers covered. Just
yeah, I think
okay, I
most
just
people
wanted
go
to be
with what
certain of
Rhys-
what you said.
I don't know what's wrong.
It's okay. I mean, if you don't
Anyway.
know what
Caution
if
tape
you don't know
comes
what we're
up and
pausing
kinda
about,
pats
it's
you on the
fine.
shoulder.
It's just like, I don't get it. Just like,
Comforting gesture. Slightly confused look. There's like a question mark on their little view screen thingy.
yeah, it's like, it's just like looks at Triage, just like,
I don't know,
So-
but I'm here with you.
so do we know what kind of drugs we're gonna be moving?
Hopefully the good kind.
Hopefully the profitable kind, if this is the
I was
case.
just gonna say. if
Just
we're
looked at
making fun of
looked at
them,
triage like, well.
Triage, why you no speak?
I don't know. They change they change what they have. It could be
What do
any
you
sort of things. I'm hoping that it's something that is legal for use for medicinal purposes, because I do still have a license that would kind of get us out of trouble. But
Now she's
have
worried
the
about
illegal stuff
malpractice.
too.
I mean, for me,
So,
again,
so Triage, here's a thought. Why don't you take a legal drug and then doctor it with something illegal to make it better? And then that way we only have to hide the illegal drug. And if they ask us what drugs we have the legal drug.
Like lace
Well,
and cough syrup,
Also,
and
how
you can
cocaine.
sell them
about
as
you all
a
get
designer drug.
the money to upgrade my med bay, and maybe also
okay, everyone.
closet space, and then we can do that.
Okay, look. As much as there is this whole, hey, let's make our own drugs thing, we have to also remember that we're technically registered as a mining vessel.
Technically.
Technically. False. The transponder says we're a mining vessel.
So what you're saying is we mine the drugs.
No.
we look
Hand
we
in
look for a
hand.
drug asteroid and
Yes,
mine
a
it.
drug asteroid. Very good face. I'm glad.
Drugs.
There's an asteroid made out of 100% pure Colombian cocaine out there.
Just this big white ball, like
Search long enough, you'll find it.
Look, as much as we might get into drug harvesting, I bet the Memish knows something about that. But for right now, we want to get the drug. We want to have a buyer. We don't want to tell anybody about it in between. Eh?
So, Space Mistress, what kind of drug would be good in like noble circles?
Cosmic
Okay.
Molly.
The fun one. That's all it's called. It's just called the fun one. Like it has like some kind of like long, boring name that's its chemical composition, but in party circles, it's just called the fun one.
So I look at Triage and I'm like, get the fun one. That's what we need. I'll be able to sell that really well.
All right, so I'm guessing my rolling odds when I'm actually making this conversation happen, it's going to be there's the fun one and the cheap one, and we're probably going to end up rolling.
That is the other street name for the drugs, the cheap
They
one.
are the two big
Wait,
parts.
I didn't say he was talking. I'll go and talk to his friend. I'm like, shh.
I mean, it's her friend, so
I know.
Yeah.
I mean-
Also, evidently, the fun one is actually the the acronym for all of the chemical composition?
Oh, that'd be good.
Yes.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Brilliant. Okay.
Cool. I guess I'll go to the nightclub that Jakev frequents. I don't call because we don't do that. That's not
Oh, is that how your relationship is?
yeah.
Mhm. I feel like we need to have caution tape.
Was this
next to her.
I was gonna say, is this a downtime activity, or can we all go clubbing?
So this is a like the beginning of your score is picking up this drug, since you're not just saying, hey buddy, we're gonna move this product for you. You're like, hey buddy, I'm gonna buy some product from you and then I'm gonna sell it somewhere else. You cool? You cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is the technically like
Yeah.
gather information phase of the school.
Yeah,
You
the
cool
the
with us
gather
selling your
information
drugs?
phase.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what you can do theoretically would be to make like an acquire asset roll, which would cost you 1 coin, since it would be as a downtime action, and that would make sense for what you're trying to do here of buy drugs to then sell later. So
We have an extra ship cred, I think. Also, we have that cred from that guy.
I mean, I don't know if
Nobody
based
knows
on
that was there.
cred,
Unless if he's about to sell drugs, I don't know. But I think we have an extra ship cred, and that would make
It's
sense.
funny. I'm going to go to Jakev and I'm going to buy these drugs, and I'm going to turn around and look at Face and be like, "Yo, you want to buy some drugs?"
And then you just instantly get slapped by Face. Just like,
I'm
no.
just like, you're so
Not how you do
bad
it.
at this.
You don't use your own product, slap.
So looking at your ship character sheet, I see you do have 1 ship cred. Yes.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
could do
we-
it, or somebody can spend it. So.
You're not paying for your own drugs that you're gonna sell.
No,
I mean, having
I'll
the ship
pay
pay for it is if you're going to sell it for the ship, but you know.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true.
unless the
I mean, we should use the ship. We should use the ship
upfront
cred then.
investment being that
Also-
I'm the one who risks losing anything if it goes a wire. Other than
I mean, we have to fly the ship
Fine.
there. This is gonna be all of us together
Yeah,
anyway.
we can.
No,
we can,
I was just going to say that triage will add the stipulation that the money goes towards getting a med bag.
Works for me.
see Saint's face.
No, actually, out of character, fine by me. In character, Flash was just like, yeah, whatever. It's not like we're gonna need it.
When did we ever get in fights, right?
Definitely cut to you guys needing it. So
Yeah, exactly.
Face is holding his guts in. He's like, "You're gonna be fine.
Like putting his back in his torso.
You're
Like,
gonna be fine. Say the words."
Face just like throws duct tape at her and is like, "Here, patch yourself up." You know.
Wow.
Fix him.
So the acquire asset action, you're going to roll your crew's quality. You get a bonus die from being this is your friend. After the roll, you can also increase the result level by 1 for each cred that you spend. So for example, so just to do this action, you need to spend 1 cred. But after you make the roll, which is going to be 2 dice, 1 die for your crew quality and 1 die because you're doing it with a friend. If you don't like the results, you can start pouring cred into it in order to make it better.
This is why you should always do it with your friends. You get an extra die.
Yeah.
Yes.
is there a button on this spaceship sheet for rolling?
No, you're going to just need to roll it as a fortune roll.
Okay, so roll it as a fortune, and I get +1 die.
So you should have 2 dice total.
Oh.
Okay. So a 4 or 5 is going to be
Tier 1
it's
drug.
not it's not the fun one. It's not the it's
Could it be the fun one, but we have to make a stop somewhere first? Like they tell us where to get it instead of.
I mean, we could spend a cred to make it the fun one.
yeah, you can spend a cred to make it the fun one.
I'll spend a cred to make it the full one.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So you have an amount of drug, an amount that is going to make a lot of sense for you to be able to move later. So
now, could we have triage cut it with baby powder so that it looks like the fun?
Oh my god, can we?
We're not doing this yet.
We haven't sunk this low. It's only episode 3.
It was literally what Flashbulb was saying during the meeting. Was like, we're not doing that yet because we're a mining vessel.
Yeah, just hold on to it for now.
Like literally, Glitch is like, we can sell them oregano, but just tell them it's pot. Fine.
It's not how it works, especially nobles. Nobles are very particular about this. Yeah.
Nobles are very particular.
They
Now,
won't
there's
find us,
not.
they'll be looking for a mining vessel.
That's right.
All right.
Cool. We got drugs. I did want to describe the club. I was thinking it would be like the Space Needle, except it has a giant ball on it, and it has not reduced gravity, but you have gravity on the walls, so like it's a sphere of people dancing along the walls.
Sick. I like it.
Oh yeah, nice. That would be a time to be in, especially if you're at any bit queasy.
Yeah, I mean it's space stuff, so sci-fi.
Yeah, it's great.
It's space stuff. It's fine.
Space. Love space.
All right. So, yeah, you guys start to guys head back to the ship and get ready to head out. And you get a notice flashbulb on your screen as you're like going through the procedure to get cleared for launch that says you are not cleared for launch.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
And that one member of your crew is needed to remain in order to face trial for malpractice charges.
Oh no.
What?
One Dr. Almasi. Yeah, one Dr. Almasi is known to be registered with this ship, and
We don't have no
trial-
LLC here.
the
Sorry,
trial
no
is
speak
in 3
English.
weeks. Expect you to stay here until the proceedings have been completed.
There's from this is the shot that goes. Read that outside the cockpit. We just hear Tria.
Zoinks! And I run away.
She runs in the kitchen and makes a gigantic sandwich, you know.
Yeah, and yeah, so Flashbulb gets out of the cockpit and goes to find triage.
So I would try to like reach settlement, but I just spent my only cred, so I can't anymore.
Yeah. I feel like I want to be like, can I hack it so it says we are good to go? But then our dice will start failing us.
It's true. That's exactly how role-playing games work. I'm glad you're a seasoned player.
Oh yeah, I mean, today it's been great.
I'm
So
finding
yeah, how do you guys get out of Dodge?
just,
Nightfall.
Flashbulb's thing's just gonna be fly off the damn planet and go to the jump gate.
Yeah, right? I'm not arrested. I'm being sued, so it's not like there's like flight risk or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know how that
Well,
works.
We'll still get impounded or something.
Yeah,
like
they're still impounding you and saying that you're not to leave the planet. But you can definitely just ignore them and fly off.
that's what I would do.
So
We're not.
Here's the thing, though. If
That
we
is in
want
fact
them
an
to
option.
Fly off. We still have to go through the jump gate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the
Like,
problem.
that's gonna be a problem.
Yep,
Because
that's
if you disregard the ground control and just fly off the planet, they're gonna radio ahead to the jump gate, and
Right.
then the cops are gonna grab you at the jump gate.
Yeah. Also, why is triage signed to our false ship papers? We don't
did
have
this?
false ship papers. We only have the fake transponder. That's right.
No, didn't we get the fake papers last session?
No, we got the getaway.
We got the getaway.
No,
Yeah,
you
we
guys,
We didn't get the false ship papers. We only have the transponder.
it's possible they're just saying that, she was followed back to the ship.
Oh, okay. So
No.
they figured she's here.
She's-
Okay.
They're saying that they know that she's on board.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if Face wants to go and talk, to some people and get us out of this.
Like you see a scene with like Flashbulb talking to Face, and Face is very serious, like and then in the next scene is like Face kicking Triage off the ship, like bye.
Now, of course, you can always do a run on the jump gate and still manage to jump out of there without being caught. It's possible.
Let me try to work
You
with
do
that.
have the getaway, which will make it easier? Question mark.
So, who is suing me, and who is enforcing the legal ends of this?
The gentleman whom you doctored randomly in the bar when you were pretending to be drunk.
Could that be Albin, my old friend?
It
Like,
seems
'cause this-
unlikely that he'd be suing you at this point.
Oh no.
Is he the kind of old friend who would sue you to get your attention?
Possibly.
I love you so much that I'm suing you.
I was thinking more like establishing this old friend as we play it. Like, never mind. I was trying to like play around it instead of it being an old friend. It's an established contact. Then. But nah, it's not a big deal. It's fine.
So,
It
who
was
is
a
this
stranger.
person? Because I can just probably go talk our way out of it, hopefully.
Hopefully.
There's some random dude at the bar that I have no idea who it is. So
But we're being served, and
Right.
obviously the thing will say who it is.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it'll say who it is and who
Paperwork.
the lawyer is. 'Cause the
So
lawyer's
what you're
probably the one
so
we
what you're
brought.
saying is we need to kill the person serving us the papers so that we can
Absolutely.
oh my,
leave.
this isn't how it works at all.
Look, we never got the papers. We killed that guy long before he got.
What papers?
No.
He died. He got dumped in a sewer somewhere.
People, it's Yes, the electronic messenger. Definitely dumped in a sewer somewhere. Everybody.
Guys, throw the computer in the sewer. Let's do it.
Oh, he mysteriously
I
died,
learned this
so you
all
can
from
leave, I
Skyrim.
guess.
It's gotta be legit. If you murder the person that sees you, it goes away.
I don't think that's how it works. Yeah.
So what you're saying is if we just
Who
use our blockade runner to run the blockade, we'll be fine.
Who's suing Triage? Because if we don't figure that out, we're just gonna go run. We're just gonna go to the jump gate.
Talk our way out of it, and then if we can't talk our way out of it, then we'll blockade run and get chased by the cops.
There we go. I like it.
Try to avoid that.
Sure. Okay. All right. So this dude's name is Kirk Gale.
Sorry, that's a silly
That's
name.
the worst kind of person.
That is a sci-fi ass name. I love it.
And it's there's like part of the reason why it's going to be like weeks out is there's like only one office of what do you call it?
Litigation.
No, like homogeny oversight for medical personnel.
Oh, there's only one of the hegemony things here.
Right, exactly. Because your medical license is from the hegemony. It's not based on a particular planet. It's not particular to this system. It's not particular to this region. It's from the hegemony.
You have a guild
Technically.
So
license.
what are they claiming I did? Because I'm pretty sure all I did was check their pulse.
They are claiming misconduct, something like inducing a frightful state, like by accosting him like this, it caused his whole heart rate to spike. It's really fucking petty.
So
like-
someone in the
Yeah,
90s who
I
figured
think-
out how to sue somebody. He spilled hot coffee in his lap, and now he's suing you for everything.
Yeah.
No, like it's way worse than that.
I'm going to try to contact this guy. Hold on, guys. Before we go through all this, let me try to get in contact with him.
I'm going on record and saying this is not a good idea. But I want to see it because it's going to be hysterical, so call him.
All right, everybody. We're going to do this in the
I
galley.
also want to see where this is going, and I'm going
Everybody's
to
just eating popcorn.
No, I'm
Yeah.
going to be nearby, and I'm going to pull out the fine hacking rig, and I want her to call this person.
I feel like it's like basically the shot is like there's triage in the front on like the phone or like on the screen, and then there's the table, and sitting behind her the
Like
end of the
behind-
table are on
We're
some
all watching.
popcorn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, but while triage is calling this person, I want to
Fake. Face, quick.
dig. I want to dig up dirt on this person. I want to find their MySpace account.
Oh, you're
And
trying to get that blackmail.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
want to get some counter dirt so that we can counter sue for defamation of character and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I want to ask Face if you will dress the part and pretend to be my lawyer during this conversation.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have him dress up as triage.
just like Face with this like pencil skirt and a lab coat.
Yeah, you just throw on a lab coat and a wig, you're fine.
The space future, you probably pull it off.
This isn't the same woman who assaulted me.
and
Yes,
and
it
knowing
is.
Face too, he would totally like escalate his elevate his voice like, "Hello, this is Triage."
Wait a minute,
This
that's
is
the
Dr.
waiter.
Triage.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you kids and that dog.
Wait a minute, it's the waiter.
But yeah, will you pretend to be my lawyer? Just to lend some credibility to us, because like this guy could have just gotten like one of those street lawyers that like, I don't know, throws water down on stairs.
The
in
ambulance chasers.
Yeah, the ambulance chasers, pretty much. So he could have just hired an ambulance chaser, and we could probably like intimidate the person out of suing us by being better lawyers, even though you're not a lawyer.
So before we call then, somebody look up a prestigious law firm for me.
This is the space future. It could be named whatever you want.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing you got to make
No,
yourself.
no,
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 I
no,
mean,
no.
that's
Face,
fine, but-
face. Your name is Saul Space Goodman.
No, it's not my name that I'm asking about. I want to know what firm that I can tell him that
He wants to be a
Oh, you want to be a space law firm? Okay.
Right.
Okay, so it's Space Goodman and Space Goodman law firm.
Okay.
There you go.
Spaceman.
I'm a partner of Space Goodman and Goodman.
No,
I didn't wanna, like,
spaceman and
pull it out my
spaceman.
ass and be
There
like,
we go.
I just totally knew it without looking it up. You know.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
didn't know about all firms.
Spaceman and spaceman or something.
That seems like something Face would just know.
Okay.
Face has needed some lawyers in the past.
And Face would spend for the
Pretended
good
to be
ones.
lawyers in the past. It's fine.
Faceman and faceman. That's where you got your name.
Faceman and
Faceman
Faceman.
and Faceman.
Hi, my name is Face from Faceman and Faceman.
Oh no, Chat has the best one. Spaceberg, Starman, and Associates.
I love it.
Perfect.
Anyway, Face, you are now a partner of Spaceberg, Starman.
Spaceberg, Starman.
So,
I love it.
just to put this out there, it would be more appropriate for your lawyer to contact his lawyer than for you to contact him directly,
Mhm.
or for your lawyer to reach out to him directly. Now, I understand that's not what you're not going for appropriate, but I just want to put that out there.
Could you settle this with a duel?
Mr. Gale, you seem to have some problems with my client here that we would like to rectify as quickly as possible in the most lucrative way for both parties. As you
And
can
by rectify, what we mean is if you drop this lawsuit, we'll give you our suppository drugs. Yeah.
yeah, right?
The party popper drugs? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll call the lawyer.
Okay.
All right, so you want me to do the talking to his lawyer then?
Yeah.
Lawyer to lawyer.
All right, so I'll call him up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the contact information is on the subpoena or whatever. So you're able to call him up. And
So first thing, I am wearing like the most expensive suit that I own.
that is probably way overdressed for a lawyer.
Mhm.
Really? Okay.
You gotta get the cheapest suit you
Then
want.
I am
Which
wearing
is
the most expensive suit I own that a lawyer would have.
There you go. Like, because I picture
it's
Face's wardrobe to be just so over the top.
Oh, it's
yeah,
like super high
it's the
fashion.
cheapest suit
It's
he owns, but it's still really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took a hit of the fun one, so he has that Wall Street lawyer.
It's
Yeah,
like-
get your
it's like a
best
super
Wolf of Wall
expensive
Street.
power suit then, instead of
As-
like Face's over the top like fashion crazy
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, super expensive like Italian power suit type of thing.
It's all shoulders.
I mean, it sounds like a +1 die to convincing them that you actually work for the most prestigious law firm in the universe.
Well, I think in this particular case, you're going to get a die from just passing through, because you're trying to pass yourself off as an ordinary citizen / lawyer.
/ lawyer.
Nothing about this lawyer is ordinary. Mistress, I'll have you know.
Look, he's wearing the lawyer badge. It must mean he's a defense attorney.
Right? No, that's how it works.
It's like a sticky piece of paper. It's just like, we're gonna.
Yeah.
All right. So I will call up his lawyer. What's his lawyer's name?
His lawyer's name is gonna be Ula. She's probably like early 40s, human.
Space Mistress. Can we say her full name is Ulala?
I was totally going there.
Yep, of course we can.
Yes.
Okay. So you contact Miss Law. Law of the law offices.
I love it. The name is the best. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So does like a secretary pick up, or is it like her directly?
I think you would have well, I think that all of her calls are going to go to her secretary. I don't think you would have a direct line. I think, like, I'm not even sure her wife has a direct line. So
First things first is I chew into this secretary. I am like, you get Miss Law on the phone right now. I am from Spaceberg, Starbuck and Associates. My client needs to be off this planet right now, and your lawsuit is ridiculous. I will be filing an injunction, and I go off into like all this legal jargon, like I'm going to put it in AE86, a W52. I will
she just lets you go off like the entire time, and then when you finally like take a breath or whatever, she just is like, "And who may I say is calling?" You said what law firm you're from, but not like what to call you.
Mm-hmm.
Typical Space Tuesday for this.
Yeah. She had it on mute the whole time and went and got a cup of coffee.
Probably. I am Jace Spaceberg.
Jace Spaceberg. Okay.
Obviously, the Spaceberg and Star.
Right.
Spaceberg, Starman, and Associates.
Basically, it shouldn't even matter. I'm so important that she wouldn't even know my name.
Hold a moment, please. And then like the girl from Impanina plays and the hold music for some reason. Yeah, so she has you on hold for actually not that long, probably less than 5 minutes before Miss Law picks up. And she says, "Oh, you're calling about the Dr. Amasai case.
I am, yes.
Do you have a proposal then for a settlement?"
Oh, no settlement. No, we're going to be filing an injunction. This case is fully overblown, and I think you know that. You honestly have no position to stand on. We can sue your firm into the ground. Is that what you want?
It sounds to me like you are trying to intimidate her.
Oh, for sure.
You wanna roll a command then for me?
Sure.
Remember, we got that +1 from just passing through.
Is this risky, do you say?
Yeah, I would say it would probably be risky.
I want to ask for a devil's bargain, but for me.
We get it, boys. I got it covered.
You got this, boys.
Okay. So, what after you go off on this whole thing, she's like, my client says that he would drop the charges if she would apologize.
No apologies. Never.
Fuck you.
You probably do the lean over to talk to somebody out of frame.
Yeah, I literally like you know how like when you're, I assume it's like a visual call, right?
Yeah, there's like a little, for sure.
I get like the folder, like the manila folder to like put over my mouth so she can't see my mouth, and I kind of like lean over this way. And then I lean back and I say like, oh, my client might agree to that. Where would you like to meet?
And she says, I'll let my secretary handle the details. And like she shunts you back over to the secretary, and she'll give you a meeting place.
Okay.
It's actually literally the same, like the same place where it all took place at.
Nice.
I'm expecting them to buy me dinner.
They're probably expecting you to buy them dinner.
Yeah, I know that.
You'll just buy each other dinner, and it'll just be a normal.
They each buy the most expensive things that they possibly can.
Just gonna do a power move real quick.
All right.
As they open their mouth to talk, and I stick my finger in it.
That's just gonna
escalate things.
That's gonna just go right back to where we started.
Yeah.
Non-consensual.
I feel like she pulls like Dr. Evil, where like every time they go to talk, she's like. Shh.
All right. So, do you go and have a nice dinner with Kirk and apologize for touching him inappropriately and causing emotional distress?
Yes, I will go and have dinner with him. I will buy said dinner, but I'm expecting one of you guys to order a scramtini to my table.
I ain't going. I'm staying back at the ship and watching it from Glitch's point of view.
Rhys, can you?
Because I'm imagining Glitch is filming.
I'm absolutely going.
Good.
I'm definitely going to watch.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad everyone's going to watch it.
I'm absolutely going to be a part of this.
I'm picturing Flashbulb like back in the cargo bay with like their bike apart, like you're like tinkering with something, and you've just got a visual and like sound of the date going on in the background.
Yeah, there's a view screen in the back, just like
you're just sitting there having a good night with some fun one and some space bike.
Nah, I got my cigars. I ain't gonna be smoking. I ain't gonna be doing any of our drugs.
Yeah, those you need those drugs for later.
Yeah. Stop trying to dig into our own supply. You keep doing this. We need to sell that.
I want to cause complications because it builds onto.
We can make our own complications without using our supply to do it.
Yeah, you don't need to tap into our drugs to cause problems.
Yeah.
You got your own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I picture this goes down. You can see that Face and Glitch are like there in the background, like watching you, but no one sends you a scramtini, and so you have to spend like an hour with this guy.
What's he sound like? Like, what's he talking about? Did he just want to get my attention? Did he actually want
I
to
ship
apologize?
this.
Was he actually messed up by it? Can I like use my doctor role to see if he has some mental instability or something?
I ship this sue you romance.
I was going to say earlier that it was going to like, hey, we had a really nice time, and I happen to give them my number. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. I mean, like, he just talks about some banal shit, and it can be something that you enjoyed or not, as you like. Maybe about some recent piece of media.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that that theater presentation that I wanted to go to, but actually had to be on mission for instead. Maybe he went to it, and I'm just like, God damn it, no spoilers. But he keeps talking about it. But
Yes.
I don't say, God damn it, no spoilers, because I'm trying to just get off the damn planet. I'm just sitting there fuming as he tells me everything.
Oh yeah, he spoils all the best parts, and like he goes into great detail about this one illusion that happens near the end that not only is completely spoilerific as to the plot, but also kind of blows the illusion because he tells you how it was done. Like,
Oh, he's one of those
actually
people.
Oh,
actually
so
go
so
and
I
watch
won't
it.
be mystified when I see it.
Exactly.
This guy knows what he's doing, and he's really trying. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just woefully ignorant, and he's really messing with the doc.
He may be woefully ignorant. He could just be barking up the wrong tree with he got the idea that you like this show, and so he's gonna tell you all about it.
Probably brought it up while I was being a drunk doctor. So.
Oh, you probably did, actually. Yeah. Yeah, you probably did. So, you know, it's not the worst date you've ever been on, but calling it a date is really a stretch.
I'll rate it like a 6 out of 5, or a 6 out of 5, a 6 out of 10.
So
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's what I tell Saint when I get back. I'm like,
well, hold on. While that's happening, though, I wanna hack into his accounts.
Oh yeah, you were gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your goal with hacking into his accounts?
But I want to access his bank account and see if we can get some funds off of him.
Apologize and steal all his
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not the doctor's fault that he got robbed. He just left his dating profile open while on the date. I don't know. Yeah, I want to try.
He just had his compad in his pocket within Wi-Fi range of your hacking rig. So.
Exactly. You guys went to a Starbucks because it's sci-fi, so we don't actually need to change the name. Instead of it just being the mermaid, it is just a Battlestar symbol. So, yeah, he's using the Starbucks Wi-Fi, and we all know that that's not safe at all.
No, not even a little bit. Okay, so yeah, let's hack him up.
All right.
This is risky because you could get caught for war driving in a Starbucks.
That's fine. All right. So with the fine hacking rig, of course, do I get any bonuses because the good doctor is distracting him?
No, not really.
All right, so just risky.
It's against the system.
I imagine from fine hacking rig though, you get something.
You do get an improved.
Yeah, it's just that improved outcome with it.
Effects, yeah, get that great effect.
Also, remember that I have Tinker, but that is a clock, so this doesn't count as a clock, right?
No,
okay. Not yet.
No, this would be hack.
All right, just straight up hack. Can I slap?
Remember, you got great effect though, but still,
that's bad.
Not good.
Well, the problem is that you get no effect because you rolled a failure there.
Can I? Oh, dang it! I should have asked for the devil's bargain before I rolled.
Yeah, you really should have.
Damn. Okay. Some reason my brain thought that was for a reroll, but no, it's not.
I imagine we get in some other sort of trouble that's not related to this guy, because he's not going to know.
You know what? It's your boyfriend, the mob, the gangster, frequents this place.
Oh.
So maybe what happens here is that you get out your hacking rig to try to hack, and like he slips up behind you and like wraps an arm around your waist, and there's no way that you can hack like this. And so he's just like, you know,
working.
Resist those consequences.
I'm trying to work.
I like it.
So yeah, so he showed up.
Wait, what is
So
the
now like
outro?
Face turns his stool so that he can laugh at both of the ladies, and my popcorn basically just goes from like just triage, not triage and glitch.
Yeah.
I'm probably on like a call with Flashball, but I'm like,
Yeah, we're just like,
Yeah, I want to try and resist this one because it's like, no, I'm working, stop, just like being the flirt, but still just like, no, stop, I'm trying to work, and then trying to actually work.
Okay. So yeah, you can resist this complication and break his little heart. So he'll give you.
I don't want to break his heart. I just want to be like, maybe later. Stop, I'm working.
All right. You can hold him off without breaking his heart. I'll allow it. So
Yeah.
fragile soul.
That's
That
a reroll, right?
no.
No.
So
that just bumps it up.
you haven't lost your opportunity to act here, but you have the complication of I should probably give this guy a name, right?
Yeah, let's give him a name. I want to add him to my list.
All right. So his name is gonna be Sumchan.
Sumchan?
Yeah.
S-U-M?
Yes.
Sumchan.
Not just one Chan, some Chan.
Sumchan.
So this consequence will mean that you'll be able to try again. But he's still kind of like hanging out and hovering. But he's not interfering.
Okay.
just so you guys know, though, the sum chan of 4chan and 8chan is 12chan.
No.
Yep. All right.
Should have known that was coming.
Man.
What are you resisting with?
That sounds like resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So roll just the resolve.
Yeah, click on resolve.
No bonus die.
No bonus die.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
5 stress.
Takes 5 stress.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have a great night.
I thought you did have a great night.
It was probably great for him.
No, like he's just helicoptering around her
Yeah,
because she's like maybe later, and so he's
just
like,
real
"Is it
needy.
later yet? Here's a drink. Can I help you?"
How
did
can I
you-
help? It's like, sweetie,
pretzels?
sweetie, if you want to help, just take this get out martini over to my friend.
Screamtini.
Yeah, the scramtini.
I played.
Oh
Watch-
wait, sorry. This one's
No.
a get out cocktail.
Okay, get out cocktail. Okay.
And then he probably makes some lewd jokes about her tail.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, does he have? Like, have you told him not to?
No, she didn't tell him not to.
Okay, then yeah, probably.
Yeah. We all know where that's going. She's got a tail.
So yeah, do you want to try again, or are you gonna send a Scramtini over
I'm
to
gonna
triage?
try again. I
out.
want to get us some funds. I want this to be worthwhile. All right. So now I'm going to push for the devil's bargain because I also
Yeah.
like risk.
Okay. What kind of devil's bargain do you have in mind? I have one chilling in the back burner if you don't have anything in particular that you're interested in. Also, everybody else at the table, if you have an idea for a devil's bargain, I'll even entertain ideas from chat, but can't promise that anything will get you.
With the complication of Sumchan being there, I can't really think of anything. Because, like, if it's like the police show up, then I just imagine that the mobsters will deal with that. So, it doesn't,
So
like,
I actually like the complication that like some Chan sees what she's doing, but like he's a mobster, right? So he's not necessarily like,
Yeah,
oh,
he's
you're a
not
terrible
gonna-
person, right?
yeah,
So
he's
like
not gonna rat you out, but like
exactly.
he's like,
He's gonna use it as leverage. To get
oh, I see.
that's good. He might make it
Well.
leverage, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, it's bad, it's both.
Right.
it's
That's a
fun
good
and interesting.
call.
It's
Mhm.
either that or somebody from one of your coworkers from the Starsmiths walks into the bar.
Oh, that could be a good one too.
Ooh,
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. So
you want that?
if it fails,
Let's do
yeah,
it.
somebody from the Starsmiths walks in.
I
Well,
mean, this
that
will
would be a
happen
failure
regardless.
conversation. Devil's bargain happens regardless.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I think Sumshan seeing what you're doing makes perfect sense in the fiction for something. If you're going to keep pressing in on this to take that
Hmm.
this is probably going to make him more interested in you.
Yeah.
Just
All right. Okay. Yeah.
but
Let's,
yeah, if you want to have an old friend stop by if you fail this again, we can always make that happen.
Sure. Let's do that. I like it being interesting, and then
Can Subchan give her a bonus dice to help her hack? Like,
They are not mechanically friends yet.
Mhm. Getting there.
Getting there.
All right.
It's
So
a
I'm
long-term
rolling.
project.
Rolling.
Kind of, yeah.
Still risky. Bonus die for the devil's bargain.
Yep.
Okay. Risky effect standard. Bonus die 1. Come on, don't fuck me, Gil. Wait. Hey!
Hey, 5.
Okay, yeah, you do it, but there is a consequence. So I think the consequence here is that you're going to have reduced effect because you should have been having great effect due to this your fine hacking rig.
Mhm.
I think with the distraction of Sumshan there, and the like amount of time it cost you, you're only able to like siphon. Well, actually, you know what? We want to be fans of our characters here. So I think actually you successfully get the hack in, no problem. You can siphon some money out. The reason it's lesser effect is he just did not have that much money.
That's fine. I want to empty his bank account, but I will accept that there was just not a whole lot in there.
I'll say
and leave like 50 cents in there.
But can you steal his retainer that he paid his lawyer?
No, I don't want Hogarth coming after us.
I mean, I think that's why he doesn't have any money because he had to pay for the lawyer.
Sheesh.
Like, you know.
And then he settled with an apology. Yikes.
Yep.
well,
I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him just enough that his card will be declined when he goes to pay for their dinner.
Will or will not.
Oof.
So that it will, so he'll look even worse. And then Triage is like, it was going to be a 6 out of 5, but then he couldn't pay. I had to bump it down to a 5 out of 5.
So
no, I want to leave him just enough to pay for the meal, and then he's cleaned his account out.
Oh my god, beautiful. All right. So altogether you get 1 coin worth of money out of him, and that is like all of his life savings.
1 space Bitcoin. Hell yeah.
I kind of feel bad for this guy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do I find out what this guy does for a living? Do I know anything about his family? Like,
oh yeah,
while we're having this,
he's
This
trying
whole time talking about that show that you really wish you could have saw the entire time.
So
Space
He also
Throne.
talks about like how he met some of the cast.
and thought I was the only person he could talk to about it.
So I don't want to add this coin to myself. Can I transfer it to the ship fund?
Oh yeah, totally.
Absolutely. All right, let's tack that onto the ship fund.
Make it ship cred.
Yeah, ship creds. I convert my space Bitcoin to ship cred.
Sure.
You're such a team player.
Oh, that way it doesn't trace directly back to me.
I mean, it's not going to anyway. You hacked his account.
It's true.
With Rhys's BRB, we are half an hour late for our break, and I need to pee.
Let's do that now then. Let's take
That's
our
a good
break,
plan.
guys.
Yeah. And
You
then
gotta get out of system anyway.
yeah,
It's
we
true.
actually
All right,
get
guys.
somewhere.
Yeah, let's take our break.
All
Be
right.
back, everyone. Stick around.
I will be right back myself.
I will also step away.
am back.
I am back as well.
We have to wait for Rindus to be back to switch the stream over.
It's
It's
true.
important.
It's very true. God, I can't wait until I get. While we're here and we're waiting for things, I can't wait until I get a Switch so I can play Fire Emblem.
Oh, it's so good.
Because my Twitter is covered with Fire Emblem stuff, but I've been avoiding watching Fire Emblem things so I can be fresh when I go and play it. But oh
have
boy,
No plan of playing Fire Emblem, like 0 plan.
I planned on playing it, so I avoided watching people play it. But there's so many people who are playing it on Twitch, and I'm like, I can't watch it. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play it.
Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm on that train. Also because there's a lot of really good Fire Emblem art and stuff. So I'm just like,
I have been looking at the really good Fire Emblem art,
that's
but
what
I don't have context for it since I haven't been playing.
I have like shreds of context from what people have told me, and some of my inferences of things.
Okay, sure, I've got about that much.
Yeah, that's and that's enough for me. That's enough for me to appreciate the art. It's
Mhm.
very good art a lot of the time. Very good. Also, Rindus apparently questioning the fact that Flashbulb is, yes, space Canadian. Because she is.
It's good. I like Space Canadian. It's good.
I've been watching a lot of Dark Matter lately because I started watching that show a while ago and I never finished it. When I started actually watching it again, they have some really weird episodes in that show because of some of the like sci-fi stuff they bring in. There's like really interesting stuff in that show. Like there's cloning technology, but like the cloning technology in that show is like, it's basically you go into like a pod, and you are cloned in another place. You basically like you have another body. It's like a little transhumanist, but not actually. And then there's like androids, but like there's also shit like they go into other dimension. They go to like alternate dimensions. They do the Star Trek thing where they get thrown back in time in one episode. It's very odd.
I actually want to go back and watch it again because I never finished it either. I watched most of it.
There are only 3 seasons, so.
I know I watched the first 2 seasons, and I'm pretty sure either I didn't watch the 3rd season or I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Depending.
There's one episode that just was like, yes, this show is Canadian, in which one of the characters is stuck in a time loop, and to make the most of their time, they're just like, hey, you know what? The android is like sort of understanding that they're in a time loop. They're like, hey, I want to learn French. I want to learn a language. Just like, let's do French. And I'm like, I see what you're doing there, show. I see what you've done there.
Indeed.
So I have had a little bit of sci-fi and Canadian things going on.
Everybody's back. That's because you didn't need to go on a trip. No, you missed that part at the beginning.
Yeah.
Bring us back. So yeah, you succeeded at getting yourself a coin and giving it to the ship. A triage, you succeeded in keeping your medical license for now.
I like to believe that in addition to robbing his bank account, you just uploaded a bunch of space hentai to his cloud space.
All the ways you want to ruin his life, sure.
I mean, is it really ruining his life now? It might help his life.
Oof.
I'm glad Flashbulb doesn't know this.
Yeah, now I'm really convinced of this guy.
Yeah, because all
just add like 3 heat to this sector for us.
no, it's one person who doesn't actually, in the grand scheme of things, matter that much. There's no.
Yeah, we don't know.
Fine.
Great.
Don't worry about my notes. It's
This
fine.
this NPC wasn't gonna stick, and now they're stuck. That's how it works. Until somebody Randy's him.
I mean, to be fair, my job is to give everybody names, so
Yeah. We had to have his name because he served us a subpoena. We could have left. I don't know. Oh, they have enough to work with. They got enough.
So this date was a 3 out of 10 because of them spoiling the entire production and also not giving me any information about themselves. They kind of just like ruined the whole thing I was looking forward to while on this planet and just blabbered the whole time. I'm normally the one blabbering, so it was really hard to just maintain myself through that. I probably have a migraine. It's just
yeah. But
this is my triage's hero.
But by the time you get back to the ship, the injunction's been lifted, so you are free to take off.
We're leaving.
Yes.
How
So as soon as we get through that warp gate, which I don't know if we're gonna have any trouble at.
I think we'll have trouble with the jump gate. We don't have any heat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but as soon as we jump out of the system, I kind of just like ask, like, so where do you guys want to go to sell these drugs?
up with the place, right? We gotta go to.
You remember one of my things for this was that we have a buyer, right?
Yeah, didn't we say we were going
Fix,
to like?
why don't you tell us about your buyer?
Yeah. Please.
We're going to go to the place where your buyer is, which is somewhere in the IOTA system. Let me.
So
guys
I
over to the
know
map.
a noble in the IOTA system.
Ooh.
Okay.
So Triage's home planet is Amaranth. If you wanted to like build on that place a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's their home planet, but that was the one I think you said where all the like Starsmith stuff is.
No, that's on Indri.
That's it. Injury. I think
Amaranth's where we stole the ship.
No, Indri is where you stole the ship.
Amarath was a thing of I didn't want to go there because the Yaru, I believe, was the thing. But, you know, we got to sell drugs, so.
Amaranth is a lush biome. It is very well known for its pharmaceutical research and manufacturing. This is actually not a very good place to sell drugs.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a terrible place to sell drugs.
There's a lot of drugs coming out of here.
So injury probably then.
Probably, I mean, Injury is a very good place to sell drugs. It is a basically giant manufacturing facility city. It's absolutely filled with low class workers who probably want to do drugs at the end of the day.
I feel like we wouldn't. I don't know. The supply is probably high though, because with a lot of drug production comes a lot of drug production equipment.
Oh no, we're at
the stuff and making their own.
Injury is the factory world that isn't doing pharmaceutical production. Amarath is the pharmaceutical world.
That's why I picked Amaranth as my favorite.
Yeah, we're not doing Amarath because Amarath is where all the drugs are already because they make them
there's
there.
a lot of drugs there. Well, like they come out of there, so it's possible that they don't have a lot of drugs that are like available there because they're
because they're importing a lot of them.
They're exporting all of the drugs. And the types of drugs they make here is probably not the good stuff. So potentially possible that you could do some sales of drugs there.
Injury sounds like a
pharmaceutical execs.
Yeah, that I mean it's up to you, Face, because it's your friend. It's your friend we're selling drugs to.
So I guess injury would probably be the best.
Okay.
So let's do injury.
I'm sure that you can. I'm sure you know someone who is like an um I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. Owners, like the factory owners, are the type of people whom you would know.
Right.
I'm sure you can tell me about an unethical factory owner who will keep his workers in line by giving them good drugs.
Hmm. So this is KelsaDelphi. He runs a factory on injury.
Okay, and make sure you write him on your character sheet.
Yep, and add him right now.
Okay. So I think it's not that hard for you guys to make it through the jump gate and into the system.
Yeah.
You have some time, travel time, to get to injury if you want to like give him a call and warning that you're coming.
Yep, I will definitely chat him up.
Drugs inbound. Look alive.
Have you made a deal like this before? Or is this
Probably
something that
not,
you just
no.
know about him?
Like I've probably done drugs with this guy before.
Sure.
Face is a big partier, so like I would probably know that like, you know, he's always on the lookout.
Okay.
But like Face isn't really like just a drug dealer. It just happens to be like, hey, we were there, you know, Triage had a contact and we can make money. So
Okay. He says that he's willing to see your stock and negotiate for a price for that.
I'm telling you, Karos, this is the good stuff.
I'm hearing your face. I'm hearing you, but you know, I gotta see it. You know.
Oh, of course.
You know, I gotta see it.
Be by soon. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
All right. Well, come by my office, the factory, when you get on planet. Okay.
So what I'll probably do is I'll probably bring a sample to the meeting and leave the rest of the drugs at like a drop because I don't want to just bring them all with me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So are you going to prearrange where the drop is going to be and leave most of the drugs there and then go to the meeting and then tell him where that drop is?
Correct. And then I'll probably have the crew watching over the drop. Like maybe I'll take one person with me and then leave the other two there.
Okay. Great. Well, that makes it time for us to roll an engagement in that case. So what is your approach here? So this is like a social encounter, it sounds like, where you guys are just going to negotiate a price and then leave.
Yeah. Is this technically a delivery job? So do we get the +1 die from that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
I think this falls under your umbrella. So the social connection is Krios, no problem. So is this operation particularly bold or daring? Doesn't sound like it.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors?
No?
I don't think so.
Pretty straightforward. Okay. Are any of your friends or contracts providing aid or insight for this operation?
Yes.
No.
Well,
okay, yes.
The job is to a contact, but they providing.
But there was a different contact that provided the stuff. So I will say.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, right.
Because the job is to your contact, you would not normally, but because you're using the drugs you bought from Triage's contact.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think you have any enemies or rivals currently interfering. And
not that we know of.
I mean, we are on the planet that we stole the.
Well, actually, I have But pause. I have a question. I see this message that you sent to me, Rindis. Is that immediately when you get in system, or is that when you get on planet, or is that okay? But what would be the context of that message? Is it like, hey, do you want to grab a beer, or is it, oh, hey, Rindis, you're muted on the stream, apparently.
Yes, apparently I am. Yeah, I haven't said anything really, so you guys didn't miss out. But yes, she would have sent a message when they got in system because her plan got overridden last time. People didn't want to go to injury, so she would have reached out and been like, "Hey, sending a message, still alive. No, I'm late for work. XOXO, thinking of you."
With that signature, were the two of you intimate, or is that like a joke between you, or what's the
Both.
contact of that?
It is very much this was a mentor that she got close to, and that's probably why they don't have a good reputation too, because it's like, oh, you skipped out to go around the galaxy with these people instead, and they're like, but you didn't say goodbye, and you're late for work and all of that stuff. So yeah, there probably was some intimacy there.
Are you going to? Are you planning on like making arrangements to see her, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because more drama.
Good. Okay. We'll worry about that later. I don't think that's going to affect this job here just yet. But finally, are there any other elements to consider?
The fact that we're on the planet that we stole the ship from and we haven't disguised it, and we don't have fake papers.
Oh my god! Why would you point that out?
I mean, the thing is, we do have a fake transponder. We do have the getaway, which gives us a +1 die to this roll because we asked that earlier. And we have just passing through.
At the very least, gave it a paint job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, you did mention that in the second. Yeah.
If they scanned your serial number, then they'd know. But with you broadcasting a fake transponder and having a fresh coat of paint, they're not particularly looking. But that's definitely a consequence that might befall you.
I guess I should specify too. I did mask my sending IP.
I believe that's something that you would do. Yeah.
Because that is a valid point. We are going back to the system we stole this ship from.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's 2 dice total for your engagement roll. Face, do you want to roll that since?
Wouldn't it be 3?
Why 3?
Because of the getaway.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. We already mentioned that at the beginning, and I already had forgotten it. Thank you.
So is this just a fortune roll?
It's a fortune roll for the engagement roll, 3 dice.
Ooh.
Fantastic. So you are in a controlled position as you roll up to this factory. The air here on this planet is nasty. Like, it's real bad. Like, you thought it was bad on Warren, but that's just like city pollutants, and this is factory pollutants.
Industrial pollutants.
Down here near this factory, like, there's a constant fog of just chemical sludge in the air.
Can I have one of my luxury items be like a face mask so I don't have to breathe this gross ass air?
Absolutely. Write that down in your spot on the character sheet that's what that item is.
I'm gonna just breathe it in and enjoy that familiar scent.
You're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like hesitant to get off of the ship. I'm like,
you just drag the purifier around.
I've got a spacesuit for this.
You do. Are you going to be coming to this meeting in the office of a factory wearing your spacesuit?
I mean, I don't know who's going with Face.
Who
I mean,
is
if-
going? But that is the question, really.
I always
Face-
go because
I
these are
feel like-
fun.
I feel like Triage should come with me.
I feel like I should watch the drop site though, because I'm the only other person with scrap.
Then you know what? It would probably be good to have Flashbulb with me so that we can escape if we need to.
Ah, so I will be wearing my spacesuit into an office of a factory owner. Perfect.
Brilliant. I love it.
The other thing that I will do is when we roll into the system, I'm going to use my. Oh, that requires a downtime action. Do we have time for downtime actions or no?
No,
Not until after.
Okay.
it'll be fine. Also, we have.
Want to do a flash? If you want to do a flashback to do a downtime action, or to do a downtime action after you get in the system, it costs you 1 coin.
That's okay. She can steal the. She can steal us a vehicle if we need to.
Yeah, well,
I was just going to use a
If we
downtime
need-
action to get a vehicle, but
if we need a getaway, it'll be fine. But
That's
I
what
think, yeah, we'll be fine. I'll just be
That's
like,
what flashbacks are for.
look, that too. Like, I have a spacesuit and like I have the like face mask and stuff. I look like a bodyguard or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I just have a really nice like surgical mask that has a filtration system on it. It's part of my doctor's uniform for being on polluted planets.
Oh, I should say I have normal load, by the way.
Yeah, everybody, what's your load?
I have I'm gonna go with light.
Are we all going then?
Well, I mean, this is a general thing.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
all have,
You're somewhere, even if you're not.
Somewhere. Okay.
Whether you are watching the drop point with Triage or going into the meeting with Face and Flashbulb,
I'm going to take my
whatever else you're doing, you're
Yeah.
you're involved somehow.
I'm involved. All
so
right.
I have a light
So we
load.
we do need to list our loadout this time then?
Mm-mm.
No?
You determine what.
I'm going light then.
If you're going light, you just say you're going light.
Okay.
If at some point you need to pull something out, you mark it off, but you can only do that 3 times.
Can do. 3 ticks.
Right, 3 ticks worth of stuff. Because if you like say that you have armor, then that's going to take 2.
Okay.
So,
I got it. Light
To be
load.
clear, my one luxury item doesn't require load.
Right.
It's in like italics or whatever, so it just allows me to bring.
Yes. So this is a small luxury item that does not require load. A face mask
Right.
with a fantastic purifier absolutely fits that criteria.
By the way, it's probably like gilded in gold and like all gaudy and shit. I'm sure.
it's tuxedo mask, but it
Yeah,
has
exactly. Right. Like, you know what? Maybe even it's like one of those like operatic like masks, but like it has a rebreather built in.
I've put it here as fancy AF rebreather.
Sounds
That's what that item is from now on until you
Okay.
take an action to change it.
sounds good.
So you're in a very controlled position as you and Flashbulb walk in, and Glitch, you can just be in a nebulous space and step into whatever scene you think is more interesting.
Can do.
You can't step into both, so choose wisely. We'll see. So you're in a controlled position. There's nothing on the radar triage. The drop site is clear. The factory is going full steam. Denethor Industries is the name of the building. They, you guys like walk through the floor, and there's like, people like welding together spaceship parts with huge arcs of sparks going off, and they're like suspended up, and it's definitely dangerous. But that's just how it goes. They're not wearing proper safety equipment. None of them have any kind of air filter masks, and it's not like they have better air filtration inside of this factory building. So the air is clearer, but not necessarily cleaner.
Gotcha.
All right.
So yeah, you walk up. You know the way. You've been to Krios's office before. You've probably done drugs in it before.
Mhm.
And whatever else. So So yeah, he warmly greets you at the door, and like I feel like he's a hugger, and wraps you up in a hug and is like, "Oh, it's so good to see you."
It's good to see you too, friend. How have you been?
Oh, so good. Profits are up. You want a drink?
Oh, of course. Thank you.
All right, yeah, he pours you a glass of whiskey.
Drink for my friend as well.
I feel like,
and I'll introduce Flashbulb.
He looks at Neil Armstrong.
yeah. Does the face mask of your helmet, like, is it opaque or is it translucent? Like, can people see into it, or is it like mirrored?
I think it's I think it has a setting to turn it on and off, and I think she actually took off the like, I don't think she actually wore the helmet in here because she has she always wears a face mask, and just on injury she's just like, I'll just put a respirator on, like,
Sure.
that's what she's doing. So she's not actually wearing a helmet. She's just like wearing the spacesuit. She has the helmet with her if she needs it, but she does not wear it.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes perfect sense to me, I think.
But she is wearing sunglasses inside, which might be a little bit weird.
She's wearing are they like reflective aviators? Like,
yeah. You can't see her eyes.
Can't see your eyes. Okay, that's the important part. Okay, yeah. So like, so he like looks at this bemasked, bespectacled person with a helmet under their arm of their spacesuit, and is like,
Karos, this is Flashbulb. She's interested.
Like, actually pushes some hair away, just like.
Yeah, he shrugs and like pours another glass of whiskey and hands it over.
Appreciate it.
So I hear you're here on business. Usually you're coming to me to get a little something on the side, but it sounds like you have something for me instead.
I do. And as we're talking, I will actually pour him a glass of whiskey as well and hand it to him for a toast.
Oh yeah, totally. Like, I feel like this is a thing that you guys do.
Like a ritual.
Yeah, like a ritual, exactly. And so then you drink. And yeah, he sits down at his desk, and there's a chair across from it. Looks fairly comfortable. But that's it. There's only 2 chairs in the room.
Okay.
I'm fine with standing, but the thing I'm gonna do, thing Flashbulb's gonna do is she's gonna like stand like a little bit behind and like light up a cigar, like take down the face mask and light up a cigar.
Yeah, he doesn't even bat an eye at that.
Cool.
That's like, that's really normal here. Like,
yeah.
there's jokes going around Injury about how smoking gets you cleaner air than without a mask. So doesn't even bat an eyelash.
Excellent.
So, but I'm like Karos. So I have this doctor on my crew, and she had a hookup with the last planet we're at. You have to see this shit, and I take him out a sample.
Oh, it's the good stuff.
I told you.
the fun one. It's a fun size.
Yeah, this is a fun one. I like it. All right. So you got like a supply then?
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking to move it.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, we're friends, so of course I'll sell it to you for a good price.
I'm listening. How much you got? How much you talking?
All
We
right.
have
So
1 space drug. For sure.
We have
Space
1
money.
space drug. I'd like to trade it for 1 money, please.
So
you overall paid 2 credits for these drugs.
Right.
So to turn a profit, you need to ask for at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
We can make. I think what we should do is make a little, couple of little clocks here as you negotiate. One is gonna, whatever your opening bid is, the clock is gonna start at that, and then we'll have another clock that is like he gets fed up with you.
Okay.
And when you get to that point, you either have to take it or leave it, or if it gets past that point, he may just be like, "Get out! I don't want your drugs."
Okay.
I would say 6. What we start at.
Yeah, that's about what I was thinking. So, how many bonus dice do we get all together? It's 3, I think.
We'll see when we do the roll. I think I'm not sure, but like we got 2 clocks, so we'll see what we got.
Yeah, one is like a good clock and one is like a bad clock. Here, let me actually.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, since we're doing the delivery mission, that counts as 1 bonus dice.
Oh, we did the engagement already.
Yeah, that's how come you're
okay.
in a controlled position here.
Okay.
So
means if we do fail, the consequences will be less dire, and if we succeed, we'll do better because we're in control of the situation. But you got that big sway, so you got that big sway.
We're starting with no bonus dice then.
His new name is Big Sway.
Face, aka Big Swag.
I mean, we got to propose the price to him first.
The he's pissed clock is empty.
Nice.
And the drug money clock is going to start at wherever you stated. So you said 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I come in and I'm like, look, for you, we can do 6 print.
All right. So let's do some rolls here.
Okay.
All righty.
So I assume we're going to do sway 0.
I can help you. I think I can help you by like having the information, being the bodyguard, the like, yes sir, I have the information right here on this handy tablet type of thing. Yeah, so I'll spend a stress to get a bonus dice.
Okay.
Okay, so 5. All right, that is it's okay. It is a success, but there's a consequence. Okay, so I think the consequence, since this is controlled, it is only 1 tick on the he's pissed die.
Okay.
He's willing, he's willing to say 6, and he's like, okay, 6. How much exactly is it that we're talking here? He wants to know. There should be one other clock here, which is he buys it. You should have 2 ticks on that clock. Where did my clocks button go? Here we go. And so yeah, he's interested. He's like 6 would probably be reasonable depending on how much it is. So exactly how much are we talking here?
So I turn to Flashbulb and I'm like, Flashbulb, the numbers?
Oh, of course. And
You should have him take the hit first so he knows how good it is.
She takes out the tablet and like there's actually a graph. Like there's a graph and like puts it to him. It's just like, well, as you can see here, we have this much supply right here, and if you divide it like this with the pickup and the delivery cost, and like transportation charges, and of course with including the containers that it is housed in, like basically a bunch of like transportation jargon that she goes into.
And then in the bottom line, it shows that he's saving 30% off of
That's very important.
Sale.
Very important.
Yeah, just like this is exactly how much you would have to buy from us at this price, and as for this price, I'd say quite good.
And of course, this sample is for you to try as well.
Okay, so it sounds like that Flashbulb was trying to do some convincing here with some beautiful numbers.
Beautiful numbers.
Now remember, you all have some gambits to spend if you want.
And I'm gonna need them because I don't know if I'm convincing with beautiful numbers. What is the action rating there? What's the action I'm doing?
I mean,
if you're still sway,
I think it's still sway.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna spend a gambit. Because
and I'm also going to help his gambit as well.
Thank you, because I need it.
That brings you up to 2 dice total from 0.
It's
still
and you know what?
And standard.
Leaf on the wind. I'm gonna get great effects and get myself +1 die. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right, so it's
how
still controlled, right?
It's still controlled, yeah.
Controlled, great. 3 bonus dice.
Okay.
All right.
All
Here we
flash
go.
bulbs.
Flashbulbs
That's a
and
6.
that live
That-
fast, die young.
All right, so that is actually a 6 with great effect is actually enough to convince him. He will buy.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
His
Numbers.
brain just explode on taking the hit, and he's just like, "This is the best I've ever had."
He's just like, take my money.
Yeah,
Take my
yeah.
money.
Like with the two of those things together, like this impressive chart that you have put together, and a free hit, he's like, okay.
You see, Mr. Denethor, we are the ones that you want to deal with.
Okay, all right.
And thus began our long history in drug dealing.
Nice. So you give him the directions to the drop,
Mhm.
and he will give you like the credit in escrow. Essentially,
Okay.
once he finishes the drop, you'll get it. The funds will be released.
Put your drug money in an escrow.
He's a factory owner.
I
He'd do
mean-
that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not listed as for drug money. It's obviously,
Recreational purposes.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's for clientele expenses.
There you go.
The expense
put
the
it under
expense
worker
report
bonus.
just says for drugs, yo.
Travel travel expenses. For drugs, yeah.
All I'm going to say is with profits being up, their quarterly party is going to be popping. They have all of the fun one, and they have the profits up. It's gonna be a time. I want to be at that party.
All right. So amazingly, you managed to do this with just enough time for us to wrap up for the day. The drop goes swimmingly well. Some people come and they flash the correct sign exactly to where triage is hiding, as the signal has been predetermined. And they go in and they pick up the packages and then they leave. And then your funds are released. You have 6 credits to divide up however you like.
Awesome.
You can spend 2 of those in order to maintain the ship.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep. And then everybody else gets 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I did spend one of my own credits, and I did say
You can take one from the ship
put
since we
the
got 2
money-
in the ship.
to put the money towards.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you really want to like
Mechanically.
be like I spent more money, I did put a cred into the ship for no effort.
That should have been on the sheet. No one put it there, but I
Oh.
did now.
Oh, whoops.
Good thing we remembered.
Yeah.
The way to get a medical bay is to advance the crew playbook.
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't have anything to do with
I mean, it has money, and like you're putting money towards it fictionally.
And don't get me wrong, that might
Get
in
it.
fact be wink what we're working towards. Wink.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because-
also being on injury is a very good place to have your ship upgraded.
yeah,
Yes.
it's almost like somebody knows people who could hook us up.
Also true.
Hmm.
So, let me roll on the 6. Here we go. That is not a 1d6. That was a 1.
But everybody gets
That
it.
was also a 1. It was actually a roll this time. So that's good. So we all need to get our heat. This was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we get -1 heat from just passing through.
Mhm.
I don't think you guys take any heat here. Like, I feel like with just passing through, you're able to keep it fairly quiet. You did not just attract a lot of attention. You did not parade any dead bodies through the sewer. Never
Nasty.
gonna leave that down ever.
Good.
How else are you supposed to open a show?
Oh, bad news though.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at your entanglement.
Oh, great.
How is that going to manifest?
Who's entanglement?
Our entanglement.
Wow.
We got a 1.
Yeah. Which is ship trouble.
Oh, I can deal with that. It's fine.
Let's see here. The ship is acting up. Damage a system. You can repair the system as normal, although you have to deal with the consequences of the damage at the time it occurs. So this is probably something where it's not a problem right now. It's going to show up as a problem after you leave.
Okay, and I mean, I have baling wire and mech tape, so I would get an extra downtime activity to do repair.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I can
I
handle
will
that.
figure
when
out
we
which
leave.
system it is and tell you guys next time, because it's not going to happen immediately. It's going to happen as we are in flight.
when we least expect it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do some XP. Y'all like XP, don't you?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Steve, did you bolster your reputation of sewer bodies?
Nice.
No. Did you successfully execute a transport or smuggling operation?
Oh,
would
yes,
say
we
so.
did.
That is a yes. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
We're pretty much smugglers.
Yeah, I don't feel like you were really out of your depth this time, which is probably going to change as we move on.
I mean, the stuff before the actual job was kind of silly, but that doesn't count towards XP.
I mean, yeah, I can. About you keeping your medical license, I'll allow it.
Good.
Because, I mean, going up against the medical board of the homogeny is definitely above your station. You managed to sidestep that.
Yes.
Sidestepping the hegemony. That's what we do.
That is
And
what you
didn't
do.
take the lawyer thing, so I feel like that was definitely above the station too. I didn't even think about that part.
I mean, that law group may catch wind of you having impersonated them, but that's a later problem.
That's a later problem, not a now problem.
Exactly. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or create a new one?
I think Saucy was bolstered by Rindis emptying that person's bank account and uploading it
That's
onto
true.
all of their social media outlets.
I don't know if that's just. I don't know if that's saucy. That's just evil.
I mean,
Well, it has
It's
not
like
yet been tracked to your
When
crew in any way.
When Petty kind of merged into Saucy.
I don't think that's the definition of saucy.
No,
I
that's
feel
not the definition of saucy.
I
What do
feel
we?
like
Wait, hold on. What do we define as saucy then? Let's see how we can spin this in our favor.
I really feel like this like creates an efficient or something like that, because we really did in like the minimal amount of moves get from point A to point B with like really no trouble.
That's true.
I think you may have like laid the groundwork for that, but I think you need to do it multiple times for it to become a reputation.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's fair. It could be the early groundworks for setting up.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, and essential nature of this crew?
Yes.
Get money.
Get money.
Get money.
I mean, yeah, I think you really did on multiple levels here.
Yeah, I think so. I think we did.
We stole some money. We prevented my getting
Hmm.
sued. We sold some drugs.
The inner conflict, triage, throwing herself into things. And
So,
us having to
so,
clean
so
up
Ast
after.
is saying saucy could count as impotent, flippant, bold and lively, or smart looking. Well, face is always smart looking, and I
This is the
definitely
crew
think.
being saucy, not just. Face.
Well, hear me out here. I think
Okay.
that triage taking this man out on a date when she was supposed to give an apology is definitely flippant. Getting your new bike is bold and lively, and impudent is definitely draining his bank account to the bare minimum where he can pay for his meal and then realize his life is ruined.
Oh, and then the British definition, sexually suggestive. You did upload
Which also applies
where-
here.
and had some touchy-feely time with your boyfriend.
Yep. There was definitely
All
some
right.
cocktails.
We'll give you one more XP there. I think the crew's fighting for that. Your saucy reputation is gonna bite you one day.
But not today.
I mean, our daring's not going to because we aren't doing anything crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
for daring things.
Saint hasn't started street racing Akira style yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yet.
I gotta make the bike first.
Yeah, I was like, you got to at least do the homage of the drift bike drag.
She lives her life a quarter light year at a time.
All right. Well, let's move on to player XP. How about you, Face? Did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence?
Always, madam. I did the lawyer.
That's
Mhm.
very true.
That
You,
is definitely
that was bold-faced.
the-
Love it. Okay. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
So I feel like my association with the nobles was expressing my background a little bit.
Yeah,
and
you expressed you gave the knowledge of what party drugs the nobles like and stuff. So yeah.
right.
That definitely feels like a background sort of thing. Yeah. Cool. You get XP there. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas? You still don't have a trauma. You didn't really struggle with your vice. So,
Nope.
Well, assign that XP as you see fit. No one rolled a desperate roll, so you don't have to worry about that. Triage, how about you?
I got 0 experience this session.
I don't think that could possibly be true. Did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
No. I
You-
kind of went to dinner with that dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say that could be compassionate. You had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, you were. That was pretty compassionate, I think. Trying to, and you kept your mouth shut while he was going off, and you could have shut him down, and you didn't.
You also did give him your number.
I don't know whether that was out of character.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
I
tell
mean,
me
you
if that was
you
out of
decide if
character
that
or
was.
not.
It's your character. Yeah.
If it was in character, I'll petition for 2 experience for that one.
Well,
I mean, it says to do it on the sheet.
That's fair.
do you want that to be canon?
Yeah, because I feel like it'll be a fun thing to come bite us in the ass later next time we're on Nightfall.
He's
Yeah,
gonna take up
okay.
mercenary work now because we ruined his life.
Probably for other reasons, and now they're going. It's going to be fun, just like hiding the fact that we destroyed his life, and I'm like his only friend.
I definitely didn't tell anyone.
That's gonna be just so terrible. Like,
No,
Where'd this
it's-
credit come from? Don't worry about it.
did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I don't believe so. I mean, heritage isn't like a mechanical thing, is it? Oh
you
no, space.
you fought for your doctor's
Nice
Yeah, your
license.
space.
I didn't do anything academic other than do my vice, so that wasn't really expressing that.
You've been to college before.
You fought for your doctor's license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that should.
I fought
think
for
that
my
counts.
doctor's license by having my friend do all the work for me.
I mean, that's a way to
that's
do
a-
it.
That's an academic way to handle things.
It is. Have you met professors before?
Yeah, absolutely is how that worked. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think you struggled with your vice or traumas this game. Still no trauma across the board. But Glitch, how about you? Did you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Yes, I drained that man's bank account.
Oh, you sure did.
I don't think I had any other
Sure did.
other instances besides that. Well, could I push for the second one with the data file too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Then yeah, the data file,
Definitely.
and then
That was another thing you used technical skill.
mhm.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Absolutely. When we found out we were in injury, I reached out to one of my contacts, and
Yeah.
I definitely also. It would have been in character that she would mention. It's like, yeah, I know people who can upgrade our thing when we get there,
Mhm,
which
mhm,
totally
mhm.
won't lead to more trouble later.
No, of course not. And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas? I don't really feel like you did.
No, I don't think she phones it in with Sum-chan, even if he's not a Xeno.
Mm.
I think she might actually like him.
Yeah, that's interesting. To
Every so often, you need vanilla ice cream.
I feel like Sum-chan is whoever plays Sum-chan also does like a main character on a K-drama.
I was gonna say if you had to put an actor to the face, it would be the Asian guy from Lost.
All right. Well, while I'm looking that up, because I never watched Lost.
Oh, he has a very, very ruggedly handsome Yakuza look to him, even though I think he is Korean.
I'm gonna look this up right now.
I said K-drama.
He is.
You did. So, Flashbulb, did you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
Oh yes, I did. Better believe I got myself that grab cycle, just stealing it from somebody. Also, Flair, I was just like, I just walked into that meeting, in a spacesuit, and then it was just like, Face was just like, here, my associate will help, and I just rocked the rest of the challenge.
No, yeah, that was great.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, making Flashbulb my new grifter apprentice. You know?
I need to actually get Sway. That's the next thing. Yeah, Daniel Lee Kim. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look into this guy up.
I posted it in chat.
That's all the way on the other screen.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the other
What are you
screen.
doing? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that. Okay.
Like his face is filled out more now that he's older, but even his younger one kind of still fits very, very Yakuza-y, rough and tumble.
I like. All right. So, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, Flashbulb?
I believe I did. One of my beliefs is I'm more than just pilot. I'll show everyone what I'm made of. Apparently, that's being a grifter.
That is something besides a pilot that you can be. Grifter.
Also did some like boardroom politics by displaying the data at the end.
I did the data. I did the data things. The other thing I think I could call out was my background as a valet. And like going in behind Face being like, yes, like this is actually the proper thing to do. I know how I'm supposed to be as a like servant type in a like meeting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Right.
yet.
Well, this is good timing. We're right at the end. We've done all of our XP, and so we can do some shout outs goodbye.
Alrighty. Just so you know, I tapped out Insight and I bumped up Hack to 2 blips.
I will adjust that on the page. And Rhys, you also said that you took a new skill thingy.
Yes, I took player, so I always know when someone is lying. And in addition, instead of the 2 points in insight, I was going to move that to 1 point in resolve, if that's okay. And as long as that's okay, I had the 4 points in resolve, so I can get 1 in command.
Well, where did you get the insight points from?
I got those 2 points in insight as one of the trainings that I took.
Then no. That training, if you took it as insight training to get 2 trainings for insight, it's insight training.
Right. I was wondering if I could switch that because I didn't know at the time that people had.
You only would get 1 if you made it resolve instead.
Right. That's what I did.
Okay. If you make it resolve instead, then you only get 1. But if that's what you want to do, then
Correct.
I
already had 2. That made 3, and then I spent 3 more experience, and we were good to go.
Okay, gotcha.
That allowed me to get 1 more in command.
I will put that here and put that here. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So paste that here. Okay. So me, I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube, KelsaDelphi. On Monday on my channel, we are going to be doing the epilogue of Love and Banterville. We're going to be doing an introspective look back on all that show was, and that's going to be emotional, but I'm really looking forward to it. It'll help bring some closure to some pretty intense role playing. So after that, you all can look forward to making your own Eldritch Horror in chat and helping us along with Consumed, where we play as reality TV stars who have to do weird, crazy challenges. And you get to play along. There is literally a chat game. In fact, can I post links?
You should be able to.
Hold on.
I think it's enabled, and if not, I can fix that.
Will the bot time you out? Is the question.
No, the bot's not mean. It'll just yell at her.
Okay, I'll, if I can pull it up, I will in a second. But it's gonna be really exciting. Come and participate in our game. It is specific. This game has been designed from the ground up to be a role-playing game to stream on Twitch, and is intended to have an audience that participates in the game. So come be that audience. It'll be fun.
Still really sad that I can't take part in this.
Well, you know.
I still think Mortally Bankrupt is a better name for the game.
Oh well, you know, you can bring that up with Lavender. So
all right, hold on. So I did check, and it is blocking links. So
that's okay. I couldn't.
Well, hold on, I can turn it off.
Haven't gotten the thing to do yet anyway. So
there you go. It's off. So now you should be able to.
If and when I get it to do, then I will.
I'll bring up Lavender
right now.
No.
Well, I messaged Lavender to see if I could get a link to the chat game, but I haven't responded yet. So follow me on Twitter if you want to know more, because I will tweet about it as it gets closer to going live. And I've got a couple other shows coming up in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. That was me. So we'll move on to. I'm not looking at the screen, so I can't tell who's in what direction.
Down the list, it'll be Saintguard.
Oh, well, let's do Saintguard then. Hey, Saintguard.
Hello. Yeah.
Save me.
Hi, everyone. My name is Saintguard, a variety streamer and sometimes GM at tabletop role-playing games. You can find me over at my channel, twitch.tv/Saintguard. I usually sometimes do video games, sometimes do role-playing games. It's great. I'm going to be back on, the next time you can see me is on Saturday. I'm continuing my solo game of Ironsworn. So if you've never seen Ironsworn, it is a tabletop role-playing game that can be played solo, cooperatively, or guided, as in like the GM. And I'm doing a solo game. I'm playing Chandra, who is a mystic investigator, and we're doing the dark, low fantasy version of Return of the Obra Dinn. So yeah.
Cool.
That's what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm playing XCOM and maybe starting Andoril. We'll see what happens. Also, I'm making a game called Republic City by Night. It's a Legend of Korra Blades in the Dark hack. You should go check it out. If you want to know more about it, hit me up on Twitter or on Discord. Those are the places you can find it.
And
yeah, that's
definitely
me.
Will totally probably recruit us to play test it whenever it's ready.
That's right. I gotta actually just work on crews now because playbooks are pretty much finished. So yeah.
Alrighty. So next up will be me, because of course I'm the longest one, so why not put me in the middle? Hi, I'm Brindis of Party Wipe Games, the channel you're currently watching. We run tabletop RPGs basically every day out of the week, except for Wednesdays, where you can catch us over on our friend's channel, Forgebreaker. We normally will play Mondays, my rebooted Forest for the Trees game, where we have knocked out both of our prologue episodes, and there is definitely not some horrible things about to happen in the first episode involving bombs and hat boxes and halfling mafia. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade. We didn't get to play this week, so there is currently still a mutated gangrel monstrosity running around in our haven. Wednesdays, we play either Civil War or we play Storm's King Thunder over on the aforementioned Forge Breakers channel. Thursday, you can always catch us here playing Packet Loss. Fridays, the wonderful Shay runs a wonderful Pokemon Tabletop United game where I am definitely not the Kalos region champion, moved to a new region to start her Pokemon adventure and or a Team Rocket member. You decide. Saturdays we play Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Saturdays we play Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Sundays we are either on Forge Breakers channel again playing Tomb of Annihilation, or starting this week we will be here playing Band of Blades, and I'll be running that, and I will probably make people cry as RNG causes death XCOM style. Probably.
It never stops.
It never stops. I'm not doing my job if someone doesn't cry by the end of the game. It'll probably be Shay. Anywho, that's me.
And it's my turn, I guess.
It is your turn.
Hi, I'm Outro. I'm currently doing not very many things on Twitch, but I am always on Twitter at Outro42. Right now, all I'm doing is Packet Loss, and I'm designing a Forged in the Dark game. Right now, the working title is Riff Raff, but I don't know if that's going to stick. It was going to be Glow in the Dark, but that's already a thing.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah, it's already a thing. It's a post-apocalyptic Blades in the Dark game. Yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to next Friday starting a stream of Astral Chain. I will play through the whole game and see where that goes. I'm really excited because I love platform games, and this one looks cool. And that's it.
All right, folks, I guess that brings it to me. You can find me on Twitter at Rhys. You can find me here on Thursdays, and you can find me on my Twitch channel very occasionally at the moment, twitch.tv/Rhys. So that's it for me.
Well, I guess we're done. Bye.
I'm going to interject one thing. Saintguard proposed a better person for Sumchan, and that is Terry Chen, and that is a good choice. We're gonna go ahead and executive decision that it is no longer no longer the glorious man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Terry Chen. Yeah,
Mhm.
like I was like, because I was like,
even that GIF hair is perfect.
Yeah, because you were like Daniel Day Kim, and I was like, wait a minute, because I was like that guy from The Expanse, and I was trying to remember his name because he has a really unique name. So I went and looked at The Expanse, and was like, oh, it's Terry Chen. I got it.
I remember him from Jessica Jones, and yeah, he has a very rough character personality that he likes doing.
Yeah,
I can see it. There we go. Terry Chen. That's it.
Flawless.
Boom. All right, that's us then. We're finished. We'll wrap it up here. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.